I'll be right back.
You mean before the dry and angry, you're gonna need another beer?
Yeah.
You'll be all right. You got it. Go get it. All right. So, um, welcome back to another episode of Failed Attempt, where a collection of assholes sit around and try to play Dungeons and Dragons. And hopefully, Kara and Judd will be joining us. They are coming back from ice skating. So hopefully they will be here and not miss a whole lot. My brain just kind of glitched there for a second. So if you this game is not live, so it's just the recorded version, but that's okay because it's gonna be posted up anyway. If you guys watched the Malador solo, I'm not going to explain what happened there here, but go ahead and watch that. It's a whole lot of fun. Anyway, so where you guys, this is going to be like a kind of multi-layered synopsis because where you guys ended, where the majority of you ended, it was Yorick and Garrison went to see Dorm. Garrison gave him the documents that he found from Siri, which was all of the transaction items and just a bunch of ledgers and things that were going from Relictus to Salvetti to Coast City to Brotherhood to just kind of like tying everything together without actually tying it together. They were cryptic and secretive, but there was enough there. He said that he was going to go over it himself and with his people and see if he can glean any more information from it and then have you come back in the morning to talk. You guys went to the future spot for the Blue Heaven and decided to sleep and fell asleep. In the middle of the night, Malador received a message from Willow in distress and disarray, asking for help. He jumped out of bed. He recruited Yorick, and he recruited Stephen, and he recruited Vidar. Everyone else decided to stay back because, well, honestly, no one else was there. And you guys know that I do not like pushing other players into shit when they are not here to play them, because the last time I did that, Adam died. So I did what I could. So you guys all took no, it wasn't Xanthus Gladys. It wasn't Belina. It was the older one. It was actual Gladys who went because she was the only one that had gone.
I can control
Yes.
actual Gladys. I can't.
So that it was not Belina. I was mistaken on that during the anus talk. It was not Belina. It was actually Gladys. You guys took that one to Coast City, where you immediately noticed that the population for Coast City was very low at that point. At one point, ships were docking. There was a candle across the street with an open door, which was strange in its own right. Stephen had seen that Pigeon was there and got very excited and went in and saw if Lyle was there, which Lyle was there. Not the same Lyle per se, but Lyle nonetheless. And it was very fun to play that character again. One of my favorites. One of my absolute favorites NPCs I have ever made.
That's who you need to cosplay for MegaCon.
I know, right? I need to be Lyle. I can be Lyle. I'm bald. I can be Lyle. I just need little spectacles and I can do it.
Pigeons like on your shoulder.
Yeah, I know, man. I just need to go get like clay pigeons or some shit and like sew them into my shirt. But anyway, so they decided, so as the rest of the team stayed back at the kingdom, which was Adam, Xanthus, Garrison, Cammy, and Merida, they all stayed back. The rest of the party went to Coast City, immediately tried sending Stephen off to go see if Taco Bell still existed, because that did become canon at Coast City. So he tried to take Nelly into the mid-district, realized how long it was going to take, got bucked off the horse, turned around and went back to the party. Then the investigation started. You guys went into the apartment building where the candle was lit, saw a bunch of footprints, went up the stairs again, discovered a room that had blood dragged across the floor, found two bodies, one male, one female, both dressed like Willow, which kind of confirmed Malador's paranoia that Willow was somehow involved. You left that building, went across the street to the library. Yorick had already discovered that the little axolotl, the janitor, wasn't actually employed there. He was just there. The footprints, the little axolotl footprints, the like two-pronged footprints, led from the library to the building and back. You guys went in. You went around the counters. Discovered that the library shelves were just as weird as they were before, where it looked like they were just giant length with no end. Went down the fourth aisle, which Yorick was able to glean from his perception check. Discovered a magical floor. Proceeded to launch into a fight with the axolotl, which it escaped after a couple of rounds.
It stabbed my squirrel.
Yes, and with Vidar's brand of castigation, you were able to follow it all the way to the docks. On Gladys, before Gladys could land, Malador leapt off, turned into shark form, and went into the water, saying that he was going after Willow. The rest of the team, having been blown off of Gladys because she suddenly came to a screeching halt because he jumped off the ship, all decided to leave Malador to his heroics, get back onto Gladys, and teleport back to the Empire, or back to the Kingdom. It's not the Empire anymore. Oh, my creation is gone. Back to the Kingdom. So that is where we will begin. Yorick and Vidar, since you guys are here, where you guys will begin is quite literally Gladys once again just apparates right on the main street of the kingdom. The one castle is behind you. She is facing the front gate. To your left is the future Blue Heaven. And by the time you get back here, I mean, you guys spent a good part of the day in Coast City. So by the time you guys get back here, it's already nightfall. Very oddly, Yorick, because Vidar, you're at the helm for this. Yorick, with your passive perception, just kind of looking around, once again, uncomfortable with the teleport, never quite got used to it. You're immediately able to notice a couple of things. One, it's nighttime, so a lot of things are shut down. Number two, all of the mounted cannons and ballistas immediately turn when Gladys apparates, and then immediately turn back around, as if it knows the ship.
Who goes there? Oh, it's
kind of
you.
Kind of turns around to target it and then turns back around. Like, yep, same, okay. Because remember, he had made her appear outside of the Blue Heaven before you guys teleported, so that's where she teleports back to. So yes, that is where we begin, is you guys appear. The Blue Heaven is on your left. Yorick, Vidar, Steven, you guys, once he gets here. Y'all are back here. And yeah, Gladys just kind of, she grabs Yorick and puts him on the ground. And Vidar, I'm assuming you would fly down on your own, because very much like Garrison, you don't like, or Vidar, I would assume you would fly down, because much like Garrison, you don't like being roped by a giant tentacle.
No.
So
Steven's all about it.
So yep, and then Steven just kind of like,
Loves
pick
it.
me up, like a toddler to the parents. Uppies gets put down on the ground. So the three of you are now standing in front of the Blue Heaven. The door is closed, the lights are off, but that is where we begin. So Gladys is now just kind of like hovering in space without anyone at the helm to control her or any kind of order. After about 10 seconds, you just kind of see her like start to drift up the street. This giant 50 by 30 ship just starts to like kind of wander by herself down the street, past the cannons, and out of the kingdom.
Should we
very
slow,
like very slow. She's not going her full movement. I mean, like when she's drifting, I'm saying like you guys are standing there, and if you stared long enough, it would be like a full minute for her to go from the Blue Heaven and cross the castle walls and just keep going. Like very, very slow drift. Unless you guys decide to stop her.
Vidar will tell her to stop.
Okay, she stops.
Do I see this? Where?
No,
where's
you're
my
inside.
location?
You would be inside where you have been. So
Okay.
oh, Garrison. So very quickly we need to go over nope, because you guys would have left the following morning. So Garrison, very quickly we need to go over your thing. So that's them.
Okay.
These guys apparate, but we're gonna rewind for a second because that morning you were gonna go see Durham.
Yes.
So we're gonna go over your thing real quick. So the morning these guys decide to leave is the same morning that you were gonna go see Durham. So we're gonna say basically right at the end of that, Malador, Yorick, Stephen, and Vidar say we're going. They leave the Blue Heaven. You watch Gladys turn from just a giant casted shadow outside of the to and gone, blink and gone. Say you get up and you walk out of the Blue Heaven and you notice the remnants of the slime and the sand of where Gladys was at one point. Not there anymore. But it is beautiful morning, bright and sunny. Castle is to your right.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. I mean, I'm gonna head there.
Just gonna
as
do the
scheduled.
Shrek walk. All right. Just gonna do the Shrek walk.
Yep.
Okay. And I mean, you get up to the castle, and it's
Is it
pretty.
the guard that I talked to, the giant guy?
Yeah. Yep. As soon as you get up there, it's the smarter one of the three.
Yeah.
Is standing there. But
was it it was the dumb one that they fought in the
or in
Coliseum.
the Coliseum.
Yeah.
That was the one that was downed. It was one of the dumb ones. One of the ones that couldn't count to one and was blaming the party for not being able to count to one.
Yep.
But the smart one isn't really guarding the door, but is standing there, arms folded.
I know we have a rapport,
Yeah.
like
arms folded. The giant fucking warhammer on the back, and just arms folded. Got the cuff, suit of armor on. Definitely looks like he's ready to fuck some shit up.
Real quick, do I notice that since like we brought to Durham's attention, the army has the military presence increased at all?
Inside the kingdom, no. But the difference between Tank, as he was introduced by Durham, the difference between his demeanor when he met you at the front door to now is he's like full on Thanos armor, head to toe covered.
Yeah.
Arms folded, warhammer on the back, ready to go. As for other soldiers, no, but you are aware because of your conversation that Tank handles that part.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
I'm here.
I see that. Hello.
I'm here.
So just to catch you up, we're doing Garrison's part where he is going back to Durham in the morning to see if any more information was gleaned. Cammy and Merida stayed behind when the rest of the party decided to go back to Coast City.
Okay.
So Cammy is just waking up in the morning. She roomed with Merida again.
Yes.
And went downstairs and had some breakfast. Adam is there. Yorick, Vidar, and Steven are back, but right now we're on Garrison, and we'll all get back to that in a second. I had to kind of rewind to do his thing. But yes, you see Tank is now head to toe, like full steel Thanos armor, ready to fuck shit up. As you're looking around, it's very weird because like when you first came to the Empire, it was like there was fucking everywhere. Like you didn't know where the army was. There was armored here and armored there, but like anybody in that empire could have fought for the Empire. As you were looking around, you didn't know what races were this and who was fighting and who was what. Now the only one that you see really ready to go is this 20-foot tall, like he'll turn you into a fucking lawn dart.
Yeah.
But you also know that he is the one that's in charge of the armies and getting everyone together. So they're just not here right now. The door is open. Very, very good smell, even for you, especially for you, coming from inside the castle, as if they were prepared for your arrival.
Good. Good.
Do you enter?
Yes. I will
Okay,
give a
so-
nod to Tank.
Yeah.
Be like, hey dog, what's up? You know, just
Not even unfolding his arms, just looks down and
yeah, go in.
okay. As you go in, you go up those 3 steps and you walk in. It's the same kind of table that was there before, as Dorum is sitting down eating breakfast, only now he has something prepared for you. There is a literal beating, bleeding heart on a plate.
Yeah, I'm gonna just grab that. Haven't had any real blood in a while, so
Yeah. You were just having Gladys's fucking makeshift whatever.
synthetic,
Yeah.
fake tofu shit.
Tofu blood, yeah. No.
Tofu blood.
He's literally carving into a
Just
steak.
vegan blood, like.
He's literally carving into a steak, and you see a couple of weird things on his plate that may or may not resemble fingers.
Yeah.
But across from that, which catches your attention, is a still beating. Little spurts of blood coming up. No fork or knife. He kind of assumed you would just grab it and shove it
I'm
in.
just gonna be like, I'm just gonna make like a hand gesture, like icon, like I'm just gonna grab this real quick. Yeah.
Yeah, he just
Yeah.
That's
sorry. It's been a while.
That's okay. Kind of hands you a napkin.
Yeah. Thank you.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Welcome back to my home. I did want to make sure that I at least accommodated you for coming back. The disappointing news is I was not able to glean any extra information beyond what we already gleaned yesterday. However, I did want to thank you for bringing this to me because, as you can see, my castle wall has armor on it now, and he is mobilizing as we speak. It is going to take us quite a while to gather the forces to go against what you showed us, but hopefully that army is not amassed yet. And based on this ledger, as long as we strike in the next couple of weeks, we should catch them before they're able to make all of these connections.
Was before they become full strength.
I wanted to ask you something yesterday because I was interested in the whole we're here to try and save what is going to be a amazing empire someday. Number one, thank you. And number two, what are you hoping to get out of this? I mean, you came to me with this information for a reason. Because what are you hoping for? Like, yes, you're going to save a lot of lives, and I appreciate that. You're going to stop a very dangerous dominant power from becoming stronger. But why?
It's what my father taught me. Save as many lives as you could.
So you're not hoping to get anything from this other than clean conscience?
Pretty much. It's just what I was raised and taught to do.
Who is your dad? Your father? This is a lot to go through, even for a family member.
Well,
Why are you so hell-bent on following what your father taught you, even at the risk of...
well, without fully just trauma dumping on you.
I've got all day.
Basically, my my father we were outcasts, he was a member of the Royal Guard that got dishonorably discharged for saving lives. Uh, and ever since then, I've had a vendetta to um, basically bring back his honor and go against what the thinkers did, because they're the ones who kind of fucked it all up. They made him what's the word I'm looking for right now?
Did they disgrace him?
Yes, dishonorably discharged for refusing to follow orders and save lives.
What
They
What is your family name?
Williams. My father is Jarek Williams.
He kind of gets this like look of recognition and surprise. The Jarek Williams.
One of the same.
And you're hoping to what? Clear his name by bringing this to me?
Well, I figured the more good deeds that I do in my name will help exonerate the dishonor that was bestowed upon him by the Royal Guard.
Hmm.
And to kind of stick it to the thinkers,
And he points off to the maid's room in the kitchen. You're not really even sure what's in there, but thank you. And you see one of the maids bring out a like very thick scroll. It's about 2 feet long and about that wide. And he brings it out, moves the plates off the table, and it takes the entire length of the table. And when he rolls it out, it is literally a correspondence of everything that Jarek Williams did or did not do that either brought dishonor or the order that he followed to get him there, and the list of people that were involved is just a giant page of beautifully written calligraphy. And he rolls it across. This is your legacy. This is your father right here.
Mm.
Do you know what would
Impressive.
happen? Are you aware of what would happen if this one scroll disappeared?
I would assume that everything that he's done up his entire life would just be lost to history.
He kind of reaches into his pocket, pulls out a book of matches. Do the honors.
And destroy my father's legacy?
His dishonor. No dishonor if there's no record.
But there's no honor either. As much as I would love to destroy the dishonor, I know that my father would not want me to, because he would say that no matter what, the story of his life is what it is. If
Good man.
if that one instance of dishonor, if people mark him bad for that, aside from the multiple marks of honor, he's like, the people who judge him off of that are not people he cares about.
Very good. Bring me the other one. Yeah, thank you. And it's a smaller. It's about a foot, about a standard size paper. Puts it on the table and turns it around and gives it to you. And literally sitting in front of you at the table says Jarek Williams of the Royal Guard, pardoned by the King of the Claralondo Kingdom. Should I sign this then? His legacy, good, bad, or otherwise, survives. And his only living heir, I am guessing, gets to have the honor of carrying his pardon. Would you say that that would make us even?
100%.
Turns it around, brings out a feather pen, signs his name on it. And you, as he signs his name, you actually watch the ink like magically glow and sear into the paper. So there is no changing it. He rolls it up and hands it to you.
This, thank you. This means a lot to me.
You have my thanks as well on behalf of everyone who makes this place their home. Now, get out of here. I have a war to plan.
Speaking of, I do have one favor to ask of you, if you can. We are about to go up against pretty, even though it's at the beginning stages, a sizable force.
Relictus, yes.
Yeah. Do you have any spell scrolls that you may be able to spare that could give us an edge on, curbing these numbers down?
Well, most of them I will have to save for my soldiers, but I guess I could spare a few. What are you looking for, offensive or defensive? I could probably spare one or the other.
I would go with offensive. Yeah.
Interesting. You looking for... Okay, so offensive comes in many layers. Are you looking for mental, physical?
I would like, if, depending on, at least one that can incapacitate a group of people, or also one that could damage a group of people. As far as damage type, I'm not too picky.
Okay. Flags them over again, and they bring 3 scrolls. These scrolls are all so the ones that you've been seeing are kind of like that deep brownish orange color, the scrolls that they've been around for a while.
Yeah.
These ones are just, they're like a light cream color, and he puts them all down. And he points to the furthest one on the right. He says, this one, uniquely enough, was actually crafted in my personal magic shop. That's going to be a big one someday. This spell is specifically an area-based stun attack. This one in the middle here is, well, I would say that it's a spellcaster's bread and butter. It's Fireball. And then he points to this one and he says, this one is, well, if your enemies are weak to being electrocuted and happen to be standing in a nice long straight line, that would help. You know what? Bring me and he brings another one in. And this one is a deep, deep green. And this one will poison them, and hopefully they die before it even can take full effect. So you can have 2 of these.
Okay. The one that stuns them, does it cause paralysis? Like, how does it stun them?
Well, okay, so he's not going to explain it to you. I will. So if you open the scroll and you read it, you can cast it out 30 feet from you. As you cast it, obviously it goes away. You cast out 30 feet from you. It covers a 15-foot radius. It's a very big space. And it's literally just the condition of stun.
Like,
Which reduces them to 0. They can't make movements. They can't take attacks. Any of that shit.
Yeah.
And you would have advantage against them because they're stunned. So it stuns them.
Yeah. Okay.
So
advantage, or is it
it is
automatically a crit?
No, it would be advantage. So it's not paralysis.
Okay.
It is the condition stun, but instead of being against one person, it is an area.
It's
based.
So
It's an AoE.
I will take that, and I will take the. It was a lightning, fireball, and poison.
Yeah, it was fireball, lightning bolt, and poison.
Ooh. I think I might want the poison one. Yeah, I'm gonna go with poison.
Okay. If you want to write these down, because I know either you can write them down, or I know you know how to add them to your sheet. So
Yeah.
go over the specifics again. The stun is an AoE. You can cast it 30 feet. It is a 15-foot radial effect, and everyone caught in it, it is an automatic stun. There is no roll against this. It's automatic stun. And it lasts until the end of your next turn.
Okay.
The poison one, exact same thing, 30 feet away from you, 15-foot radial effect. Anyone caught in it, automatically poisoned. So they would get disadvantage on ability checks. They would get disadvantage on attack rolls. And the difference with this one is until the end of your next turn, every single person's turn, they take damage.
How much damage?
They would take a D8 of damage. So depending on how many people are in the initiative roll, if you have 10 people in the initiative roll, they take 10d8.
Okay. So they take the 10d8. So in the initiative roll, or in the area, the radial area.
So if they're caught within that 15 feet, they take the amount of dies of 8 is based on how many people are in the fight.
How many people are infected with it, basically?
No.
Okay.
How many people are in the fight?
Gotcha. Okay.
So if you guys are with Merida, you're 7. So that's already 7d8 right there.
Gotcha.
If you guys are going up against 7 more, that's 14d8.
Gotcha.
They're affected by a die of 8 for every single person involved in the fight.
Gotcha. Pretty fucking awesome.
That one is crazy. I'm not even going to lie. I have been waiting a long time for someone to discover that scroll.
Yep. Can't wait to use it.
Yep. So take the notes down and do that. So he hands you those. You have the scroll pardoning your father, and dismisses you out of his castle because he has a war to plan.
Yep.
So I would assume you make your way back to the tavern.
Yep.
Okay. So, Cammy, while you are downstairs eating your breakfast or whatever it is that they gave you, you watch as Yorick and Vidar and Steven come trudging back through the bar, having been, and just as a point of interest, because I didn't tell you, they left, because I had to backtrack for Garrison. So they left that morning. They didn't come back until nightfall. So by the time you come downstairs, it is just Adam and Garrison and Zenthus. By the time the rest of the team shows up, you're eating dinner in the tavern. That's the time difference. So is there anything that you would want to do that day? Or do you just want to skip to when the rest of the team shows up?
I don't remember. Do I need spell components? Maybe. I should have been looking at this.
That's okay. Because you weren't here for the last game. So I do want to give you a moment if there's anything you wanted to do within that 12-hour period.
They're not going to have rubies. There's no way this guy got rubies in here.
More than likely not. I would say if you went to search around for them, you probably would waste a good hour looking for them and not find them. Your basic spell components, you'd be fine.
But like that's the only one I want.
Okay. Well, you know what? For the hell of it, give me an investigation check just for the hell of it.
Sure.
Because it's not that they don't exist; it's that they're hard to find. What'd you roll?
3 on the die.
Okay. Sorry,
Plus
I tried
4,
to help.
7.
I tried to help. It's not that they don't exist; it's that they're hard to find.
Yeah.
If you had looked for that in the Empire, it wouldn't have even been a roll. They were everywhere.
Abundant, but
yes.
This is the kingdom. It's
yes.
different.
Yes.
Yeah. It's fine.
Okay.
That's it.
So we will fast forward through, and you come back in after your adventure of if you needed the minor components, go ahead and take them. It'd be about a gold for all of them.
I don't.
Unfortunately, rubies and diamonds.
I don't have any money.
Oh, that is right. That is right. Because you traded your sword and then it vanished, and you heard the guy yell "son of a bitch" from a distance. Yep. Yes, I remember.
Because I don't have money.
I got money if you need it.
That's fine.
If you're
so we will fast forward to the night. So Garrison and Cammy, you guys watch as Vidar, Yorick, and Steven come trudging back into the tavern after Gladys just apparates back out into the main street. They come venturing in. The provocative positions are lighters. Yes, they are. Yes. So these 3 come trudging back in. You guys didn't fight anybody, so not really injured, but they do look, I'd say, distraught. I mean, Vidar didn't want to be there to begin with, so I would say you look a little bit annoyed. And then Steven's just happy that he got picked up again by Gladys's tentacle, and however Yorick wants to feel. But yes, the 3
Yorick
of them
has multiple stab wounds.
That is actually very true. Yorick did get hurt. So
right.
So Steven and Vidar do come in and they are perfectly fine. Steven is smiling ear to ear because he just got hugged by a tentacle again. Vidar is looking confused and like, why the fuck did we even bother going? And Yorick walks in bleeding, as usual.
Garrison's probably just like, what the fuck, guys? Like,
did they tell us where we were going? Or they were going?
Nope.
It's like, where were you? Oh my god, Yorick!
Yep. So
Axolotl.
There was things that happened.
Y'all got any blood?
You have a lot.
no, that's why I have to drink it.
Oh yes, by the way, you guys are also going to see like the front of Garrison's shirt is just soaked with just like a deep red color, just soaked.
I've been avoiding eye contact.
And like within Garrison's beard, you can see like a ventricle just kind of hanging there. As he walks in going, Cammy, if you need money, I mean.
Nope, it's fine. I'm good.
I'm a nice guy.
He says, blood dripping from his face.
So what would you guys like to do? Feel free to talk amongst yourselves. But yes, this is how the party gets back together after a 12-hour stint.
Guys,
I think I need medical attention.
I think you do too. Do we have that?
Axolotl. Knife.
What does that mean?
What's an
Fun times, fun
axolotl?
times.
He stabbed my squirrel, and then Yorick's gonna fall over.
Oh my god!
Garrison's just gonna be like, "What the fuck?" Like,
Who's gonna run over
none
and
of,
like
none of
check
that
his pulse?
clarified what just happened. Like, none of it. It just
You're
raised
right.
more questions.
None of that clarified anything.
Like he answered, but like more questions followed. Like
I love how distraught Garrison is. He's like pulling a Joey off of Friends. Like, what the fuck just happened? As Yorick just face plants the floor, he's still like, what happened? Why aren't you saying anything? Just looking at his passed out, bleeding friend.
speak to me.
Steven, we are at the point where you and Yorick and Vidar reapparated back onto the main street of the Clarolondo Kingdom after leaving Malador to do his heroic stuff.
Okay.
You guys went into the tavern. Yorick is still bleeding from the fight with the axolotl in the library, and you walked in smiling because you got hugged by a tentacle again. Vidar walked in confused, wondering what the hell just happened, and Yorick passed out on the floor. That is where you're at. It is nightfall at this point. There is no one in the tavern. The bartender's back there just cleaning glasses, drunk and passed out on the bar and like cleaning a glass every couple of seconds and then having another shot and going back to sleep. And Adam is there, Xanthus is there, Garrison is there, everyone's there except for Malador. So that is where we left off. Basically, you walked in smiling. Garrison and Cammy both said, "What the fuck?" Yorick said, "My squirrel," and passed out.
All right.
That is where we are.
I'm
I
trying like, Yorick?
He's
Making
out.
sure he's
Probably heal him.
Yeah, he's-
Can we alright, can we get him some medical attention?
We'll cast
uh,
Lesser Restoration on him. See what happens.
Where did you guys go? What happened?
We went to Coast City to go save Willow because she got kidnapped by that axolotl that had all the body parts in the closet. But we came back because Malador just kind of dipped.
What?
So we
What
left
did
Malador.
any of that mean?
Y'all are...
Malador got some kind of letter?
No, he got a message.
He got a
Some
message in
vision.
his head, like that Willow had been kidnapped and was in trouble.
So
And
let me.
Willow's his girlfriend?
Sorry, let me get this.
Yes, the girl that he cheated on multiple times with,
With the
and
snake.
now
Malador heard
And
voices
now,
in his
since
head,
we-
and you guys just went along with it.
Yeah, because I can do that too.
bro,
I can do that.
we just got all our money stolen, and I just found out that I can smell people's feet and remember it. My mind is a haze. I just went with the program. He said he had it, and we were
All
like,
this is
and
just
we had already
raising
been
more
there.
questions.
We had already been there for so long. He said he had it as he was swan diving into the water.
Yeah, they ran
And
into
so
the
we just
sewers.
we just decided to hop back on Gladys and come back here.
And y'all just left him?
Yeah, where is
Yorick, you are still passed out unless you're talking with Xanthus.
This is Xanthus.
No,
This is
that's
Xanthus.
Xanthus.
Yeah, you can tell by
Where's
the country
Where's
accent.
Malador?
Yeah.
he? He just
Lesser
He's in Coast City.
restoration had no effect, by the way.
Okay, what about Healing Word at
Roll.
He's in Coast
Second
City right
level.
now.
Jesus.
and you left him?
Yes.
He said that he would be able to take care
11.
of it and meet us back there.
Yorick
Yes.
is back up with 11 health.
Oh, so you weren't passed out.
So he was
You guys just left him?
meeting him
Just
back at
how
Coast
he
City?
left Octavius?
He said he could handle it.
You know,
Yeah, but
does sound right.
he heard voices in his head.
hindsight's
You
20/20.
guys are just like, yeah, let's
please.
follow him.
Hey, hindsight's 20/20. Let's not argue. We're here. I'm sure
Getting
he's
a really
fine.
weird feeling.
All right. I'm sure he'll meet us. I mean, he knows the way to Relictus.
Yeah, he used to
Yeah.
work for Relictus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did
he
he
knows
give
where
you,
Relictus
like,
is at.
You give you like a
So-
time frame of like if I'm not back in 3 days, come and get me.
Well,
Well,
we're
we're heading
going
there
regardless. Like the train's moving. Like we can't
Well,
stop.
yeah.
But he knew how to get to Relictus.
He
Yeah.
knows, yes.
Does anybody else know how to get to Relictus?
Yeah, but I should be able to know.
Yeah, you know. Steven definitely knows.
Steven knows.
Still don't feel
I
right
just know
leaving him
the inside of
behind.
the prison. I was teleported there. I don't know how to get there. Well, okay. Well, I'm hoping that. Wait, has Gladys spawned yet?
Gladys is literally like apparated outside the future Blue Heaven, just floating on the city streets.
Okay, so
I can
I
tell
was-
her to go back to Coast City and wait for Malador if you want me to.
well, I'm gonna.
Because I mean, I've
When I
also
see
got.
Gladys, I'm like, is Malador back?
No, I can control Gladys.
No,
Remember?
no, but like I'm gonna see Gladys and just assume that Malador is back. Because why would Gladys come back without Malador, right?
Because he said.
Yeah,
to.
I told her to. I told her to come back.
Wait, oh, you told her to come back without Malador?
Yeah, because Malador had dove headfirst off of Gladys into the water after the axolotl. Because I used my brand on the axolotl when I hit him, and I was able to tell where he was. I told Malador where he was going. We followed him. We sensed that he went into the docks, and I'm like, oh, we sensed something about sewers. Maybe that Willow was in the sewer system somewhere. And so we were thinking the reason why he's heading towards the docks is so he can get into a pipe that, feeds out into the ocean at the docks, right? And so he dives headfirst off of Gladys into the water by himself. And so I told Gladys to grab everybody else and let's bounce.
Yeah, well then send Gladys back for him. If you could, please.
I mean,
Does
he
it-
can call her, can't he?
I didn't know that Gladys would have left him, but yeah. Oh, but yeah, you can control her too. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I can control her. I can control
Yeah.
her too. I hooked up to her one time.
You guys hooked up one time. Yep, that's
I
great.
mean, I also have a version of her,
Yeah,
so we can
like,
still
have
get
two.
to Relictus.
No, I know, but I want Malador to be able to get there too if he's just.
Yeah,
by
I could
himself.
tell Gladys to go back to Coast City and wait for Malador. I just in his mind will tell Gladys to go back to Coast City.
As you wish.
All right, so
And just this
hopefully,
just gust of wind and a squish noise, and she's gone.
I hate that ship so much.
Just
Like a wet fart.
Yes, kind of like a wet fart.
Ew.
Literally,
Oh,
like
it
just
stinks.
a random
All right.
wet
Well,
fart.
hopefully after he's done with his stupid little thing, he'll meet us at Relictus. He knows how to get there.
Yes.
So,
Well, he's what he's doing is noble. He's trying to save somebody he cares about.
mm,
I just hope he goes about it in a smart way.
is it somebody that was already saved in the current timeline?
I don't think so.
Nope. I mean, who was he trying to save?
Willow.
Well,
I mean, she is in the current timeline. She's alive.
Oh,
So,
I think I don't know.
so
I
what
guess
he's
he's just trying to go around and clear his conscience on everything because we went back and saved Zenthus, so that helped clear his conscience. So now he's trying to go back and save Willow because didn't they have this huge argument when they met up after this whole situation went down in our current timeline? They like broke up or something.
but she was alive.
Yeah, she was alive.
But now, if he changes anything, she could be dead, right?
Butterfly effect. Yeah.
Because before, when he did nothing, she was still alive at least.
Mm-hmm.
And now that he's changed that,
I don't know why you're saying this to me. You should be saying this to Malador. So you tell him when he gets here. Okay?
This is just me. I'm thinking out loud here.
Why didn't you tell us this when we were leaving?
This is great point.
Why didn't you tell us this when you
know what?
just
It
you
is
just said, "Hey,
just-
Zenthus, don't go. Sit chill with
it,
us."
it has just come to my attention now. I,
Listen.
I was blood deprived. I
Listen,
now I am
Garrison-
vitalized.
You're
Garrison,
blaming this on me when it's
Hey,
your
look,
fault.
look,
You
I'm,
could have
I'm not
stopped
blaming
it.
anybody. I'm just thinking out loud. I'm just
Look,
talking
Garrison
out loud.
was not quite himself.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why he
I
didn't
was
say
low on sustenance.
He was not quite
I am
himself.
good now.
It's
I
as
am
if
good
he was being inhabited by a different person.
now. Yeah.
So-
And I wasn't thinking at the clearest of minds. There was probably a lot of things that we could have done differently, but
Yep. Okay.
he'll meet us at Relictus. He'll meet us there.
Yeah, he'll meet us there. I'm sure. He's an idiot. He usually gets himself out of situations stupidly, so it's fine.
That's so.
This is what I would think at this time. But so I got these cool, nifty spell scrolls from Dorm.
Yes, Dorm.
I want to say Gorm all the time, but it's Dorm, right? With a D.
Emperor Dorum.
Yes.
Yes.
King Dorm.
Um,
Door.
King Dorum.
it's
Not
funny,
Emperor
actually.
yet.
My son's preschool teacher is Gorm, so that's why I want to keep
That's why
saying
you
it.
keep wanting to say it, yeah, that makes sense.
Wait, Garrison
but,
has children?
I do, yeah, too.
Like
Two.
Garrison.
Garrison.
Oh, yeah, no, not Garrison.
Whoa.
Yes. Garrison has 2 kids that are in school.
School is a thing.
Yeah, education.
But he doesn't have them yet because you guys went back in time. So now he
Yeah,
can
it's
say
true.
fuck that and just not have them.
Yeah, I wasn't even taken advantage of at this point in time.
No, you weren't.
I still say you're lucky. Anyways,
You can get the jump on her this time.
It's true. So, all right, guys, let's go gather some supplies.
what are those spell scrolls?
Oh, it's a stun scroll and a poison scroll.
Oh, that's dope.
Speaking of spell
Yeah.
scrolls,
Ooh.
was the burnt scroll that I have an infernal that we got from that little treasure side quest? I believe it was. It was either infernal or abyssal. Okay. York, do you know infernal?
I
Yeah.
do.
I know.
I'm a
York
tiefling.
still passed out? Is your
No, I picked him back up.
I'm good.
Oh.
Hey, York,
Yeah,
can
no,
you
I
read
mean,
this real
Cammy
quick?
and I are tieflings, so if you
We're
need someone to read
literally-
the Infernal.
Okay, fair enough.
I do.
Like, Bedar's just
You
gonna
go for
point.
the elf
gonna-
or whatever.
Bedar's just gonna point at her horns and be like, "Bro."
I
Like,
have those too.
Honestly, actually, all of us know infernal.
Except for me.
We're just because we're bad guys does not mean we're bad guys.
Anyways,
Garrison could speak an entire sentence right now, and every word's a different language.
York, could you read this to me, please?
York's just
Cammy
like
goes
waking up, like
upstairs.
what?
Cammy
Like
leaves.
I was just passed out. Like I
There's
lost so
two-
much blood.
There's 2 scrolls. Which one do you want me to read?
Does Yorick speak Infernal?
He does.
Oh, okay. All right.
What do I even get it from?
I'm not.
Oh, it's
slurring
from my,
words. I'm just
heritage.
speaking in cursive. Come on, guys. Jesus.
Actually,
Someone
I know
he
Celestial,
does.
Common,
What was
Elvish, and
another
Infernal.
language?
Nice.
I have a decent repertoire of languages. So,
How many languages do you know?
4.
Okay,
He's like,
How many
"That's
do you
baby
know,
garbage."
9.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I only-
excuse me,
Garrison
Mr.
beats me.
Linguistics.
Garrison beats me by 3. Fuck.
I'm sitting at 2.
I don't even
I
know
did
that I
not
know all these
indicate it.
languages, to be honest with you.
Just
Garrison just walks into a new region and he's like, "Oh shit, I can understand y'all."
Yeah, exactly.
What?
Wait, I can read this? Like, this is
I
crazy.
can read
Yeah.
this as he's hearing it.
I can speak it. What is going on right now?
He's typing the scroll.
As you guys are just talking, yep, I'm typing.
Yeah.
We're keeping the content flowing.
So what's the plan once we get to Relictus? What's like? Are we showing up stealthily, or are we showing up with Dorm? Is Dorm gonna attack it with us?
Durham is going to take a little time to amass some troops.
How
It's
much
going to
time?
take us. Crap. What did he say? Excuse me. He said a few days, right?
Weeks.
A few weeks. How long is it going to take us to get to Relictus? What's that time frame?
Relictus from the Empire. Because you guys got to go from the Empire. You've got to cross the Venom Valley. You've got to go across the lake. You've got to go across the Draconian Mountains. The whole point was teleporting with Gladys, I believe, to bypass all of that.
But if we had
Because
Zenthus,
Zenthus hasn't been to Relictus.
that is true. So you'd be sending off. You sent off the Gladys that had been there. Belina has not been there before, so
I don't think any of the ships have been to Relictus. Just the driver knew.
that's all it took.
Yeah.
That's all it took.
so is Steven
But-
gonna have to connect with?
Steven can try, yeah. Basically the easiest way to get to Relictus would have been Malador at the helm of Gladys, and then he teleports there because he's been there before. If Steven can connect with Belina, that's one way to do it. Otherwise, you guys are doing the slow travel, and it's a long fucking way.
We can still get on the ship if Zenthus is flying it, but we can't teleport. We could just fly straight towards it, right?
Zenthus can teleport, but it is a very difficult role.
Yeah, I'm just saying
Yeah,
if we're
I-
not going to risk the teleport and we're just going to fly on.
But
the
he could
ship.
at least teleport to a location close to.
He could
where
teleport.
he's
He
going.
could teleport to a location that he knew, which would be Cupertindom or Salvetti, which Salvetti gets you within 3 days of Relictus.
We should probably do
So-
that then.
Because from where you are right now at Clarolondo, it's 3 weeks.
Yep.
With the distance alone, and you're going through
So it's going to take Durham a few weeks to mass up an army,
about
and
2
then
to 3.
we got to
is what he
wait
said.
3, and then we got to wait 3 weeks for them to get to Salvetti. So it's
Probably
going to be 6 or
longer.
7 weeks in total.
Well, you don't know their
Yeah,
method of
wow.
travel.
Yeah. I
Oh, they
would hope.
Forgot they
I
have the
would-
hex gate.
I would hope that basically we're looking at a full scale attack on Relictus in 2 weeks' time.
2 or 3 weeks. Yeah.
2 or 3 weeks, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he didn't tell you where he was massing the army, and he didn't tell you their method of travel.
Right.
All he said was 2 to 3 weeks he would have the numbers he needed.
Okay.
So,
I understand that now.
and-
Okay, Garrison, what is our plan?
Yeah, if you guys get on Belina and travel, so and I'm not discouraging, I'm answering your question because you guys would know all of this. It is a 3-week trip to Relictus. You're crossing by the Venom Valley, and you guys know the dangers of going in there, flying over it or otherwise. You're crossing the Draconian Mountains, so the blanket of black dragons. And then any other just specialized ground to air attack if you're going by Gaudium and just happen to be going and they decide to shoot you down. There's a lot of shit that you're going to run into. So
why don't we do this? What do we say about possibly I'm trying to think. Would it be beneficial to try and take out one of the other names on the ledger?
What are those other names?
before we head to Relictus to try and really cull this invasion. Like maybe we swing by Gaudium and pick up that guy that was following us, the guy that I had self-immolate himself. What was his name?
What now?
Aberic. Yeah.
Fabric. Yeah.
Why don't we swing by Gaudium, pick him up, and then head to Relictus? I mean, not Relictus. Salvetti, because we know we'd only be a few days from Salvetti. That way we can maybe question them, get some information, see maybe we could, I don't know.
Yep. So Yorick at this point would know that Abric should be in Gaudium at this point in time. He should be in Gaudium,
I think that would be a really good.
He frequents
Yeah, that's
Everest,
right.
the bar and tavern in Gaudium.
Yeah.
Abric should be
I
there.
think
at
that
this
would
point.
be really good.
Everest.
I'd be able to stun him momentarily if anybody else has something that can knock him out for good.
If you stun him, I can just grab him and fly off with him, or
Cool. Yeah.
know what I
Once we get there, I'll be able to stun him momentarily. You can grab him, and then we'll just fly out.
Yep.
Super quick.
in and out.
Okay. So if
Smash
you
and grab.
go to Gaudium, you'd be looking at 4.5 days to Relictus, so it's not much more.
Yeah, but I think we're going Gaudium to Salvetti, then we're going to go to Relictus.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go to Gaudium, teleport to Salvetti, and then to Relictus.
Oh, you guys are going to fly to Gaudium? Or are you going to
Uh,
teleport to Gaudium?
I think we'll teleport, right? How long would it take to fly there?
It would take the better part of the 3 weeks. Gaudium's only
Yeah.
4.5 days from Relictus.
So no, teleport to Gaudium. Zethus knows where Gaudium is, right?
Xanthus knows where Salvetti is.
Yeah. Xanthus knows
Oh, and
of Gaudium, and
Cooper Tandem was only a couple days from Gaudium, right?
Cooper Tandem was a couple hours from Salvetti.
What
But
about from
how
Gaudium?
long? Yeah, well, how long from Gaudium? Because I went from Cooper Tandem to Gaudium in like a day.
Well, yeah, you also rode on the back of a shape-shifted wolf.
Right, which I would assume a ship can fly faster than a shapeshifted wolf.
Actually, it can't.
That's crazy.
A wolf can actually travel faster than Gladys. Which doesn't make
she's
any
not
sense.
built for
but that's-
speed.
Okay, so
She's not built
like
for speed. She's built for
2 days?
interdimensional travel. Between Cooper Tandem and Gaudium on foot, about a day.
on foot, but like what about on a ship?
Pretty much the same. You know,
Okay.
you travel.
Yeah, so let's
faster
do
than she
that.
does. You guys
What?
all
Really?
the entire team travels faster than Gladys.
Let's
On
just
foot.
do that then. Let's teleport
Yeah, we
to
have time.
Cooper Tandem,
We have time.
fly to Gaudium, teleport to Salvetti.
What was the bar there? What was the inn? That what was it called?
The inn where
At Gaudium.
Everest.
Everest.
Eberus, yep.
Yeah, he
Taberna was Salvetti.
Telberna was Salvetti, yep.
would
Yeah.
definitely be there at this point.
So let's do that. Deal?
Okay.
So, sounds good to me. Information is
Break.
key. If we can get information out of this guy, that'd be
Yeah.
extremely helpful.
Yep. Yorick, I sent you what that scroll said.
I know. I'm debating on whether I want to say anything or not. Because that
Wow, you should totally say it.
Can I read over his shoulder?
Yeah, I was just about to ask that.
It depends.
Be
Do
like,
you try?
I
Do you
wouldn't
try
even-
to? Do you try to box them out, or do you let them read it?
We
I
have
wouldn't even.
I mean,
try
if-
and
Let's all
sneakily
bully
do
the
it.
What if-
illiterate Satan.
As soon
I'm gonna
as-
distract
as soon as he
Yorick.
started like reading
all right,
it, I
I
would
guess
have
I'll
been like,
I'll
okay, yeah, I
I'll
guess
read
I'm
it out.
useless.
Go ahead.
Take
Read it out.
Would have
All right.
taken.
Let me see here. A powerful book lie in wait for the one brave enough to find it, the one brave enough to yield it. This book is sought by many, and many have fallen in the quest to retrieve it. The scroll before you is a little taste of the power before you should be the lucky one to succeed. And it looks like it gives you a choice of 3 different power word spells. Kill, stun, and friend. Though the power word kill seems different.
Like, better different or like
Is it like you
Uh,
point with your finger and say
Speak on
power
that.
word kill, and a little
I-
flag pops out of your finger that says bang?
Okay, so
It's a joke.
here is where my above table comes in. All right, so Yorick, you would immediately, by reading this, know exactly what book this scroll is talking about because you were looking for it at this point in time.
Yep.
The power word kill that it says on the scroll. So there's stun, there's friend, and there's kill. You guys know what the effect of friend is, and you know what the effect of stun is. Those are the single person that the spell would normally do, or the effect would normally do. The power word kill on this one has an AoE effect of 15 feet.
Fuck?
So pretty much the same thing as your poison scroll and your own stun scroll. This infernal written half burnt scroll has a power word kill option, and it is an AoE effect of 15 feet. It doesn't say how far you can cast it. All it says is that it is an AoE of 15 feet.
15 feet at the caster's
On
feet.
you.
You just erupt in a just
Die.
interesting. I know. I think I know what the scroll is referencing.
Okay, so just for the sake of brevity, we're going to say that you guys had this conversation getting on Belina as Zenthis is getting his arm tentacles stuck to the ship, and you begin to go. So I'm not trying to interrupt the conversation. I know that you guys want to get the story pushing forward. So we're going to say that all of this conversation happens on the deck of the less slimy Belina ship. Boo, yes. And this one is an octopus, not a squid. So, Zenthis, I need a D100.
So we're teleporting to Cooper Tandem, and then we are flying from there to Gaudium. Correct.
Okay, so Zenthis, just so you're aware, you are at the helm of this ship, just so you're aware. At this point in time, you have only been to Cooper Tandem once. You lived in Salvetti.
Mm-hmm.
So you're talking once and familiar. 2 very different roles. Tell me what you're doing and roll the die.
I'm scared.
Well, how far is Gaudium from Salvetti?
It's 1.5 days.
Oh, all right.
Give or take a couple hours.
Is it in
Yeah.
the opposite direction of Relictus, though?
Well, we don't worry about Relictus now, because Relictus is not for 2 weeks.
So remember, Gaudium, Cooper Tandem, and Salvetti were kind of like in their own line. Their own, just like literally like a straight line. A very, very like 2D blocky video game kind of line. Okay, they're in a line. So Gaudium is a day and a half, give or take, of Salvetti. Cooper Tandem is smack dab in the middle. And that's I'm not making your decision for you, but days wise, Relictus is 4.5 from Gaudium is 4.5 from Relictus. Cooper Tandem is 3.5. Salvetti is 3. So that's your window. All I am saying for the roll is you are 1 day with Cooper Tandem and familiar with Salvetti. So depending on what you want your roll to be, tell me where you're going.
I'm gonna take us to Selvetti. It seems like the better option here.
Garrison is
So
huge.
if you go to Selvetti, you're backtracking a day and a half to Gaudium. And then from there, you're 4.5 to Relictus, so you're talking 6 days.
Well, it's either have a better chance at landing somewhere that we know versus getting teleported into the middle of bumfuck nowhere.
So is this you talking to me, or is this Zenthus talking to them?
No, that was above table.
Okay, yes, you are right.
Oh,
I
alright.
That's kind of why I'm giving you the choice, because I'm giving you the choice.
If you do bring it up to us logically, obviously that makes sense. Garrison would agree.
I roll.
So-
Fine.
all right, I'm gonna roll.
Fine.
I'll roll for Silvetti.
All right.
65.
Perfect. Where would you like to apparate? You could be in the city, just outside the city. That role you choose. Where do you want to apparate?
We will apparate like dead center of town.
Okay. Fantastic. So, given that this is the second time that Zenthus has traveled, you are immediately going to vomit again. But you guys appear right in the center of Selvetti. And it's not full of water. It's still the rundown shithole that you all remember it being before it got destroyed. But it is not full of water. You guys appear, I would say, about 20 feet above the tallest building, which the buildings here are only 2 stories tall anyway, other than the palace. But you appear.
Is Jerem dead already?
Make an intelligence check for me.
Well, yeah. Because I know that fight, Judd's jar was there for, but now I'm trying to think if it came before or after Cooper Tandem. I can't remember.
I don't remember that fight.
Was that at that fight or no?
No.
I think the
Yep.
first fight I can recall was Zombie Zenthus with Ellen.
With Adam. Yeah, Adam came into the zombie Zenthus fight.
19 on. Yeah, 19.
So at this point in time,
Cooper Tandem.
Yes, before you guys got to Cooper Tandem, Malador and Vidar had wandered off to Opium and saw Jerem strung up on his own statue.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
It was before Cooper Tandem, right?
It was,
Like,
yes.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yep.
All right. So that's all I
They
need
had
to know.
wandered off into another town, got shot up by a bunch of tracking arrows.
I got shot with the tracking arrow.
That was you. That was you in Malador.
Yeah.
Yes. That was you in Malador. Yes. You guys went to Opium and saw him impaled on his own statue in the middle of the town.
Yep.
Yeah. So yes, he is dead.
Yep. There.
But you guys apparate above Selvetti and you see the only beautiful structure in the entire fucking town, the Royal Guard Palace, standing tall and true, not destroyed. And being 20 feet above the tallest building, Yorick, you are immediately able to see all the way to the very infamous Witch Doctor building.
Don't you get any fucking ideas?
Just so you know.
Is that a
Oh, no,
Baja
Yorick
Blast
is like-
blanket?
Yes.
That's funny.
Baja Blastoise.
There you go. So,
Oh.
what would you guys like to do? You are now sitting on the deck of Bellina, 20 feet above the tallest building in the middle of Selvetti. You are a day and a half, give or take, from Gaudium.
I would like to head immediately to Gaudium. And then once we have Aberic, come back to Selvetti. Because there is stuff that I would like to do at Salvetti, but I don't. I want to have Aberic with us.
Yorick wants to check on his family, his parents.
Okay.
Okay, Yorick, you can go fuck yourself.
Listen, you are Yorick.
Where's
You don't need to
Yorick?
talk.
Check on
You
him.
are Yorick and you are Garrison. You guys don't need to talk in the third person. What would you like to do?
Yorick
Well,
wants to check on him.
sorry
No, I
if,
guess
you
yeah,
know,
it's fine. You can check
seeing
on
my
your
dad's
parents real quick.
body all
Yeah.
bloody and mangled
Yeah,
I
no,
know.
I get it.
leaves
I
a
get
scar.
it. Garrison's gonna look at Yorick like, I get it. You can do it. You have an hour.
Fair
I
enough.
gotta check on my family.
Oh boy. Sorry, Cammy. You're
Well,
hey,
Somebody
you know,
I
needs
don't
to
want to
raise their
be
voice
here.
then.
listen, your mom
Somebody
was
needs to
alive.
raise their voice.
She was. So
Your
she
mom's
has
uncle.
to be fine. But like I just want to go home. I don't have to be here.
No, you really don't. I
Just
don't
keep
belong
taking
here.
me.
At this point in time, actually, yeah, I can't even say that part. Anyway, no, because you haven't said that part, so I can't even say that part.
So Yorick is going to request. I'm going to request to be put down.
Yep, wrapped in an octopus
All right.
tentacle and put on the ground.
Get the section.
All right. All right, get behind the shed. I don't know why you want to do
Salvetti,
this.
I was so close to doing a spit take there.
Salvetti is every part shithole that you remember, but you are gently placed on the ground and free to head for your parents' house. So
I'm gonna call up and just. Would anyone like to accompany me?
No.
Yeah, I'll go down.
Yeah, somebody go with him, please.
Yeah, and I'll fly down. I'm not letting this octopus
yeah,
touch me.
I got you.
I'll be right back.
I'm
Alright.
letting the tentacles touch me.
Well, you're not getting. Well, yeah. You know what, Steven? They will just start giving you a back and foot massage. How's that?
Oh, that's so many suction cups. It's gonna sound like popping bubble wrap.
How loud is it? Like if I go to the other end of the ship, can I still hear it?
Yes.
I'm gonna go with Yorick.
As one of the tentacles puts you down on the ground, you just hear it getting quieter and
No,
quieter.
I can't handle the tentacles right now, so I just jump and then cast levitate and then go.
Oh, there you go.
That's fucking
And
hilarious.
as you start to lower, they just get quieter and quieter. As you touch the ground, and you just hear Steven up there going, "Oh, okay, that's the spot. That's the spot." Oh. Brought to you by My Sensual Secrets. Anyway, so yes, so Yorick, you lead the way. Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so Cammy, this is like compared to your self-sufficient farming town. This is a very, I would say, difficult place for you to look at because you are looking around at all of this, all these deconstructed buildings, and these groups of people that are doing all this work to try and rebuild them, but aren't really good at it. And you're kind of looking at it going, this place could be so beautiful and self-sufficient. It's just too far gone. Just looking at this place, it makes you miss home even more because it's just so run down. Like parts of buildings are falling off. It's like walking through the slums. It's disappointing. However, you guys go straight and you take a left and you take a right and you end up down one of the city streets. And Yorick, you immediately notice your parents' house. The door is not kicked in. There is no blood trail leading outside. Your mother is actually tending to her garden that she is just now starting. You see her just like digging holes and putting the plants in it. And your father, Marcus, walks out of the building carrying a tea kettle and a couple of cups and just pours it and looks up. He made it. Yorick, you're home. And you hear your mom look up and, oh God, he's not dead. Hi, and she runs up and just wraps her arms around you. So you heard he made it, and oh my God, he's not dead, and just runs up and gives you a hug.
This is so weird. I saw that guy die.
Yep.
And Marcus just takes his drink and then also runs up, and you guys see this like just mom and dad sandwich hug.
Yep. He's gonna hug back, but the whole time he's gonna get flashes from before seeing his dad's body and
Not even
all
just
the
not even just the dad's body. You see flashes of his mangled body, and you can hear the blubbering screams and cries of your mother, just ever so slightly.
we were.
How have you been? Where have you been? Why have you been gone so long? And it's just between Marcus and your mom. It's just he asks a question, she asks a question with no breath in between. How have you been? Where have you been? Why have you been gone so long? How come you haven't visited? Were you safe? I hope you were safe. Who have you been traveling with? You haven't been by yourself, have you? Just back and forth and back and forth. Just in both ears. Nonstop. Question after question after question after question.
It's been a long while. We were in the area and I wanted to come and check on you guys, make sure you're safe.
Of course we're safe. Why wouldn't we be safe? And your dad kind of looks down and kind of like thumbs the side of his cup for a second. Like, yeah, why wouldn't we be safe?
Have you guys been out on any adventures or excavations recently?
And your dad kind of goes, he gets a smile and kind of takes in a breath, and your mom goes, well, your dumb dad went out by himself and explored this weird cave, and he won't tell me where or who he was with. I guess it was some like big weird dude. But he just got back a day ago, and he had some like weird old book with him. I don't know. It's not even in the language we can read. I don't know why he keeps it. And your dad's like, it's cool. I want to learn more about it. And they just start debating back and forth. I mean,
just a book.
It's really heavy. Like it broke the table when I put it on it. I don't know where to put it. Your mom just doesn't understand, son. This is what we do.
You just found a book. No necklaces, amulets?
No. I try to stay away from jewelry. Although, you'd probably, I don't know if you've met him on your travels. You might like him. He's a little outlandish sometimes, but he's got a really cool cart. It makes travel very easy. And he had some like weird red panda with him. A lot of really weird red pandas. But like each cart was a different room. It was really cool. I can't remember his name. What was his name? It's right on the tip of my tongue.
You're not talking about Trock, are you?
Yeah, you know him?
Yes, I do.
Because he made mention about a necklace too. Such a small world. Anyway, dear, I'm gonna go back and study this book, and I promise if I can't get anything out of it, I will get rid of it. I promise. And he starts kind of wandering away.
Mind if I tag along real quick? I'm kind of interested in this book.
Oh, absolutely. And your mom's like, oh Lord.
Cammy has just been staring at the
And
tab.
she looked, and yeah, he walks away, and with York trailing behind, and his mom looks at you and Vidar and goes, please don't let him wander off like his dad does. I'm so worried he's not going to come back someday. I mean, God forbid, whoever this weird guy is with this fancy cart I don't know what he does out there.
He sucks. Cart guy.
You know him too? Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
barely.
we've had a couple run-ins with him.
Oh dear God. Okay, you guys want something to drink? Because I'm gonna go back to tending my garden. And she just kind of like does that polite dismissal thing where she's trying to leave the area and wondering if you're gonna continue the conversation.
No, we're good.
Okay.
Go in with Yorick
so-
and his dad.
You guys are gonna follow him in?
I guess.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, Yorick, the moment you walk through the threshold, it was on a table in the middle of the room. He literally like moved all of the furniture in that open area, everything. So the only thing near this now broken table is the staircase leading upstairs. He moved all the furniture away from it, giving it as much room as possible. He set it down on a table that he built himself and it destroyed it. But it is the book.
Interesting. I'm gonna walk over and just put my hand over it. And do I feel that connection or anything of the sort?
So you do you bend down, get down to one knee? How do you, because it's on the floor.
Yeah, I'm gonna kneel down to it and
Okay, so
put my hand over it and
darn
then touch the
candy.
cover.
You guys cross into the threshold of the door. Like you walk just as you're getting through shoulder to shoulder, walking through the door. You see Yorick down on the ground and he waves his hand above this familiar giant tome and it right into his hand. It is gone. And that connection is immediately back. And powerful.
And throbbing.
Well, you found your book. Guess that's
Oh,
good
no.
job.
This one's not the same one.
Did it look the same?
It looked
Vaguely.
the same.
Yeah. You
But
found your book. I guess it was teleported here.
Hey Yorick, can I see that book?
You're getting a massage. Shut up.
yeah.
You're why I left.
Yes, Steven is back on the ship getting a massage from suction
I'm
cup octopus
imitating
tentacles.
you.
So it's
Oh.
Oh yeah, can I see that? And Marcus goes, "Whoa. Well, okay. I guess it's yours." Truth be told, I was sick of your mom complaining anyway. When you learn more about that, can you tell me, please? Because that was crazy. How do you feel right now? That was weird. And he like starts poking at the palm of your hand. And there's nothing. There's no static or anything
Does he
going
still
to him.
have the hole in his hand?
Yes.
I
And
got
it
a
was
hole
that-
in one hand
and
and
it was
a book
that-
in the other.
And it was that same hand that he waved over the book and the book disappeared. So now as he's like this and looking at his hand, your dad's starting to poke at your palm and goes, "What in the hell?" And just starts putting his finger like through the
Stop.
Please don't put your finger in my hole.
That's
Do not
Okay,
let your
enough of
mother
that.
see that. I'm not even gonna ask. It's cool, but I'm not
it's a
gonna ask.
very long story.
I'm sure it is. When we have time, we'll sit down, we'll drink some tea when your mom's not around, and we'll talk. Where are you headed to after this? I'm assuming you only came over for a visit because that's what we do. Where are you headed from here?
From here, we're heading out on a how do I put this?
We're going on an
We're
adventure.
we're on a task for a kingdom not too far from here.
You talking about Gaudium? Because that's the only one in the area that's not too far from here.
The Clarolondo Empire or kingdom. Kingdom.
What And where is that?
Exactly.
You've been
And don't-
further out than I have, for sure.
It's a very long and strange series of events. Anyway,
And again, we'll get into it later. I can see that you're busy. Thank you for accompanying him and keeping him safe as he kind of like looks over to both Vidar and Cammy that are now
Yeah, of
like
course.
he just sucked a book into his hand. Please get out of here before his mom asks any more questions.
Sounds good. Because I just stabbed myself and need to go clean it.
Oh, good job.
so
Real
before-
world problems for fake characters.
before they leave, Yorick's gonna place his other hand on his dad's shoulder and just look at him and say, if please don't go looking for anything dangerous, okay? Just trust me on this. Maybe
Make a persuasion check.
consider
Make a
maybe
persuasion
consider retirement.
check. You see him like one of his eyes kind of twitches.
Persuasion. Oop, wrong page. Not Zenthus. Okay.
Roll with Zenthus. Even though he's not even there. Go ahead. Roll with him.
19.
Okay. Puts a hand on your shoulder. Retirement is going to kill me, but I will consider it. Your mom has said the exact same thing.
And
Great
don't don't worry. Once we're done with our task, I may have a opening for a teaching position.
Why not? Let me know.
He's gonna pull his dad in for a hug and
And he
look over
absorbed that. I'm
to-
kidding. I'm kidding.
just, well,
Shit!
Mom, I absorbed Dad.
Open the book and he's there with the...
But he's gonna turn back to Vidar and Cammy and all right, let's head back.
Okay. So you guys head back to the ship. Steven's massage is done. And go ahead.
So for that hour that he was gone,
Yep.
I would like to do a quick, couple quick flybys, if I could. One, I want to swing by the orphanage.
Okay.
Is it still there?
It is still there.
People are still there?
People are still there. It is
Cool.
very loud, very busy, and in complete disarray.
Yep. I'm going to donate 100 platinum to that orphanage.
Oh yeah, you still have your money.
Yeah, his did not get stolen. The den mothers there are like sobbing, crying when you drop this money into their lap, and you're looking at the building and the stairs leading down inside. The very, very tight staircase has like cracks and damage done to it, and there's children crying and screaming downstairs, and lots of worried looks and just trying to gather everybody. But you give that money and she sobs and cries and gives you a big hug because of it. Yes.
Yep. So I do that. I also want to swing by the, if memory serves correct, the Smith,
Okay.
if he's there. I believe Vernon had a tab with him.
He did.
Yeah. I would like to pay off that tab.
Okay, so you are going to, let me check and see where you are going. Okay, so you're going to the Iron Gauntlet.
Yes.
Yes, so you walk in and I believe you've been in this before.
Yes. Yep.
Garrison went into Blacksmith. So you see the ever familiar but not familiar 7-foot tall, red scaled dragonborn Eastuk.
Yep.
And just sharpening. You see him like banging a sword on an anvil, takes a break and wipes off his forehead, and then goes and starts sharpening one, and turns to you.
Yep.
Welcome to the Iron Gauntlet. And like you kind of like puts both weapons down in his like massive dragonborn hands. You see they have gloves on them, but it's like just sweat dripping everywhere.
Yep. You have a tab for a buddy of mine, Vernon.
You talking about that old senile turtle?
Yes, unfortunately. Yep. He has a debt to you.
Give me a minute.
I would like to pay it.
Oh, that's very nice of you. And he kind of curls around I mean, you see he's like not questioning your presence at all. You're pale, you've got wings. Like he's just like, whatever, another day. And just walks around the table, opens up his ledger, and Vernon. And he kind of turns the book to you, and it says Vernon's senile old fool is actually in the ledger, and it says 1,200 gold owed.
Yep. So
1,200. That's 120 platinum if you're paying it that way.
Yep.
Okay.
Paid it.
All right. He thanks you. He writes the debt paid. Would you like to put your name in here, or?
Sure. Yep. You can put my name down.
Just signs your name in there. Shuts the ledger.
Yeah.
Can I get you anything? Are you in here to just purchase that, or are you in here to purchase, or that it? Okay, cool.
Yeah. No, I got other stops to make.
And just goes back to work.
I would like to, if I have time, to stop by the potion shop.
Okay. So you are going to, you're having me fucking pull up everything. I like it.
Gonna get the potion shop guy some better glasses.
You're going by.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
You're going by Lectberry potion shop. Nice.
Yep.
So you go in and you see, so once again you see the familiar but not familiar old gnome Lanzu.
Lanzu, yep.
The one that couldn't read the names on his own potions. Yes.
Yep.
And you see him as you enter in. You almost bump into the little guy because he's staring at the shelf. You see someone at the front counter waiting for their order, and Lanzu once again this close to the bottles. Just.
Yep. I'm going to give him 25 gold and tell him to get some fucking glasses.
He looks over at you, and squints. Can I help you, young man?
Yeah. Take this money and please fix your eyes. Get some glasses.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yep.
Puts it in his little coin purse, and a couple of the coins actually fall out and hit the ground. And like you see, it's very sad. It's just like old and frail and shaky, and just like slowly gets down to the ground. And you see him trying to find the coins that are literally an inch away from his hands. And the guy at the counter is just like, "Why, dude?"
Yep. And I'm going to swing by Taberna.
Yep.
Yeah. Is it people in it?
Not at this time of day, believe it or not. This is more of the nightlife, whereas like Everest and the Blue Heaven are all day. Taberna's more of like the nightlife kind of. But you do see Julie, the human, blonde hair, female, Jeremiah, also human, bald, 6 foot, male, and then you see Rodin. All three of them are there. That is the long black hair down to the shoulders, male elf. You see all three of them there, as if they are like cleaning and preparing to open the bar.
Nice. All right. So I'm gonna give them 50 gold.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell them this 50 gold is for the as long as it runs out, basically, for free drinks for anybody that comes in.
And
then-
all three of them are just like, I mean, okay. Yeah,
And then
absolutely.
this 50 gold here, bam, is to help fix up the place.
Wow. Hey. What do you know what? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Like she kind of like, hey, like a little insulted, and then looks at Rodin and like, yeah, you're right. You're right. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Yep.
Like you didn't have to say it like that, but we appreciate it.
And then that's it. And then I want to get back to the ship before.
Okay, so that was all within that hour? Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys all gather back to the ship, and we are going to say, for the sake of brevity and time, I will take one roll. So this will be for the entire day and a half trip to get to Gaudium. Give me one roll.
Who wants
All
to
right.
do it? Who wants to seal our fate?
Cammy wants to do
No.
it.
You
was
stabbed
gonna
yourself.
say-
You know what? You
Because she-
stabbed yourself on camera. You have to roll,
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's a 14. I get a 14. I'm using my portent die. Out of spite for you guys. 'Cause I could have used that elsewhere.
You know what? That was actually a really good move because you guys get to Gaudium without issue.
Nice.
And unlike the Clarolando Empire, there are no ballista or cannons on the walls of Gaudium, just people walking inside the catwalks of the walls. And the first time that you guys came here with Gladys, when you went into Tartarus, they looked at the ship and just kind of like, okay. And actually, the you would remember this one from that time. They wouldn't remember you, but you remember them. It is the well-armored tabaxi that is walking along the catwalk of the wall as you guys float in with Belina, which is now the octopus form of Gladys. And once it's literally like it's a very awkward flashback for you guys because you've seen this reaction before. They have not given the reaction before, but it is that same just blank face walking by holding the spear. And then just kind of nods and continues to walk like zero. Like, I'm not even sure how to respond to this. I don't get paid enough for this bullshit. It just keeps walking as this fucking octopus ship makes port outside the wall of Gaudium. But you guys are now free to do what you wish. Last time you jumped over the wall, how would you like to enter Gaudium this time?
Okay, first off, guys, we are here for one reason, and that is to get Averick. So I think that the only people that should be going into the city right now are me, Vidar, and possibly Steven. York?
I mean,
Oh,
I do
York,
know where he's at.
You know. Okay, yeah, sorry. I thought Steven was the one who knew him. Yep, yeah.
Nope. I was
So
the one
me-
who thought we shouldn't kill him and use him for information.
Yeah, you're staying behind. You're staying behind. Push comes to shove, we might have to kill him again. It's fine. So
If you're gonna kill him, then I should be there.
I'm a little worried about that.
I should be there. Like
I hold up the cage I got.
Yeah, yeah.
I should be there.
I like that though. I should be there, and then
If you're gonna kill him, then I should be there. Because if you want him for information,
and literally blinks one eye at a time, and then pulls
Yeah,
up a metal
like-
cage. Yeah, I should be there.
that's not a character thing. I just do that.
Yeah. That's just funny.
Cammy blinks normally. I swear.
That is funny though. That would have like added to it though. Just the blank
No.
stare. One eye blinks at a time, then holds up a metal box. See?
You guys.
Hey guys. Puts on her headgear. I should be there.
Did you know that different windows taste differently? Anyways.
They do. The snozberries
Uh,
taste like snozberries. Okay, so yes.
Yeah.
How are you guys planning on entering in? So it's going to be Garrison, Vidar, and York that go in. Maybe
Am I allowed
Cammy
to
if you
go?
decide to bring her.
No.
I just
How
shake the
big?
cage.
How big is this bar?
Eberus was so Taberna was the 100 capacity, and Eberus was, I think I said 5 times the size. It's a 500 capacity bar, so it's relatively big. This is where you guys met the panda the first time, the black and white parading panda that everyone fell
Was
in
it?
love with.
No, it was on the ship.
Nope.
Everybody.
That
yeah,
was the
no.
second time. That was the second time you met him.
Garrison-
This bar is the first time you met him.
I think
Not-
Garrison and Vidar should walk in at the same time. Garrison point out the dude, let Vidar stun him, and then Garrison grab him and we go out.
I think this bar was
We're just
the owl
kidnapping him at that point.
The panda we didn't meet until the ship to Coast City.
No.
This was the owl person. The owl.
The owl was in here. I believe the panda was in here too, because the ship was the second time you met him.
Was it?
Because everyone was all excited to see him on the ship and wondering why he was on the ship. You guys met him
No,
here.
it was Yorick, Merida, and Vidar that knew him first. And then when we saw him on the ship, we went crazy.
Yeah, you guys met him
Yeah.
here at Eberus. That was
No,
the owl
they
man
weren't at
and the panda.
Gaudium before that. Only me and Vernon were at Gaudium. Nobody else went to Gaudium.
That is true. So where did you guys all meet him?
I think you guys had
We
met him at,
met him. We met him on the ship to Coast City, and then the second time we saw him was at the festival in Coast City.
Okay. I swear to God, you met him at a bar. But all right.
I feel like there was another instance where they met him maybe during a one shot. Or during like a
it
flashback.
was a
Yeah.
flashback with Vidar and Yorick.
Yes.
Because that was the first time
thank
that
you.
we
yes.
met.
Yes. Thank you. That's where I was getting confused. It was a flashback with Yorick and Vidar and Merida where you guys all met him the first time.
Yeah.
Because that's how
Because-
Merida got introduced.
Yeah, because at Eberus, it is the female turtle, Gora,
Yep.
and the male Aarakocra owl, Zek.
Yes.
You are correct. That is Eberus.
Of course I'm correct. Come on.
I know.
Jesus.
The man of a thousand notes over here. Like, worse than me, and I'm questioning him. Anyway. But yes, so it'll be Garrison, Yorick, and Vidar. Are you guys you're leaving Cammy behind? So Cammy and Steven are being left behind. All right.
I think I should go. I
hey,
think I have a good
hey,
idea for a
don't
Listen,
feel bad.
if
I have
you
a backup
blinked
plan.
normally, we would have brought you.
I
alright?
did blink normally. That was me. That was above the table.
Merida's being left behind too, so don't feel bad. Steven, you can
guys can have a
resume
girl
with your
snack.
Steven can resume with his suction cup massage.
Oh,
no.
I can get information
And-
from him.
Xanthus is just gonna
Not cheap with that.
keep her parked right outside. Just ready to grab people and say, all
Bring
right,
them back to the
let's
ship,
go.
Hopefully.
I should invest in getting silence.
I just felt like continuing to do that. It's fun. All right. So, but how do you guys enter? Do you go over the wall like you did before, or do you go through the front door? How are you guys getting in
We'll
here?
go through the front door.
We'll-
I don't want to.
We'll be civil about it.
Yeah. I don't wanna
The giant door is open, so you guys are fine. You're able to just go in. The guards do not stop you. It is very like Garrison, from the opposite of what you remember after getting arrested. It is very, very lax here, which tells you the only reason they were on high alert was because of Vernon.
I know.
Like Ultima
I
Vistas
know.
being sent, Ultima Vistas being sent to find him because of the shit he did to the orphanage, and then you got caught up in it. But it is very, very lax here. Like they don't question it. The guards are just kind of standing there. One has a sword, one has a spear, but they're at the front, and you guys walk in. And immediately as you walk in, Eberus is right there. It's like the first thing that you see when you walk into Gaudium.
Yep.
And it's up and running. It is thumping. There is very loud but pleasant music. And the familiar sight, Garrison, as you walk in, there is gambling, there is drinking, there is arm wrestling,
Yeah.
all that wonderful shit. There's dancing.
Didn't we also meet Bleat here?
Yes. Yes. When you came through the second time, yes, he actually owned this bar, but he is not here right now. Because this is right around the time that he wandered off and left the party. So he would not be here yet, but yes. But there is very pleasant yet loud music. People are dancing and laughing and drinking and playing drinking games and gambling with cards and playing a really interesting looking game where they put a rattlesnake underneath a bowl and then they drum roll on it and then they take the bowl off and they have what looks like little pieces of bread and they try to throw it into the center of the snake without getting bit.
Okay. Interesting.
Kind of like Russian roulette.
And then there is the arm wrestling as well, and that's all happening.
Do you see the guy?
And another Garrison, as you walk in, another really funny looking thing that you see as you walk into this bar, and this was my favorite edition of this tavern that I never got to talk about before. As you're facing the bar, you can see Zek and you can see Gora, and off to the right, about 10 feet from the end of the bar, at a table, you can see 4 people sitting around that table with paper and dice.
Nice. I just look over at them. Fucking nerds. Just keep walking.
Fucking dorks.
Oh my god. Anyway, God, well, fucking losers. Anyway, Yarick, go ahead and make your perception check.
Perception.
And I think you have advantage on it anyway.
I do. I can see everything.
Which, enjoy that, guys, because campaign 2, that's not going to happen anymore.
The advantage on like things that we're good at.
Having advantage on things you're proficient in is going to go away.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm
That's
so
honestly really
excited.
fucking
Normal.
broken.
That is
Yeah.
a dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Okay. It is at this point in time when you guys arrived, it took you a day and a half to get here, give or take. So I would say that you arrived like mid-morning, and the fact that Ebris is already thumping kind of tells you about the bar itself. But you know from your travels with Eberic, he doesn't usually show up until about mid-afternoon. So currently he is not there. You're about 4 hours away, give or take, depending on when he arrives. But so far he is not there.
Well, shit, I'm hungry.
Okay.
I'm going to. This isn't character.
Mike's muted.
Yes.
Garrison, I'm gonna post up near the door.
Yep.
I think I know what the guy looks like, but I think it'd be incredibly easy if we grab him right at the door.
I agree.
Cool. So I'll just stun him for a second. You grab him. We fly to the ship. Teleport back to Salvetti.
I mean, I can talk to him and distract him for you guys.
Sure. The only thing is we need to get him grabbed and onto the ship.
Yep.
Well, that's true. Just a suggestion.
Yeah, because the faster that we can get, because last time we were in here, we caused the trouble. Like everybody in the bar pulled out weapons.
Yeah.
So the faster that we can grab this guy and bounce, the better situation that we can be in.
If only
Fair
you had
enough.
taken someone with high charisma so that you could lead him into a compromising position.
Okay.
I wonder
So-
who that could
Face down, ass up.
All right. So Vidar, you're gonna post up near the door.
Yes, like
the-
technical turns above the table within 25 feet of the door.
Yes. So you have a couple of spots to sit down. All of them are occupied by different sorts of gambling games. You've got a card table you can sit at. You've got a drinking table you can sit at, and you have an arm wrestling table you can sit at. Those are the 3 chairs that are open within that 25 feet if you don't decide to just perch against the wall.
I'm just gonna stand up against the wall.
Got you. Yorick and Garrison, where are you guys posting?
At the arm wrestling table.
You're gonna relive your glory days much stronger than before. Fantastic. I like it.
And I will
York.
be at the bar.
Okay, fantastic. So, because I don't want everyone getting bored and falling asleep, Steven and Cammy. Steven, you're doing good. All those little nooks and crannies are now suction cupped and massaged away.
What the
There's-
fuck?
There is not much more that this ship could do. Cammy, being frustrated by all the suction cup noise and the fact that they abandoned you on the ship, what would you like to do? What would Cammy's rebellious nature tell her to do?
I wanted to do mislead, but I know Garrison can see it. I imagine once Steven's done, I just like go over to him and just start yelling. Can you believe this? I could have helped them so much, but you guys just don't appreciate me, I guess. Because here's me having spells, going getting components, rattle the cage. I can use them to
What
help
is that thing even for?
souls.
Souls.
Well, one
Soul.
for
For what spell?
that I can poke.
You can poke
Ask
the soul.
stuff.
Oh,
Information. I say the truth.
What spell is this for?
Soul cage.
Oh.
It's totally goes in the cage.
That makes sense.
This
Just
goes on for
aggressively
several hours.
rattles.
So how do you get the soul in the cage?
Well, if they die, which they said they might end up killing him because things could go haywire, things could go badly. If
Yeah.
he dies and I'm not there, he's just gone.
I used all my oh my gosh. Have we gotten a long rest since last session?
No.
Oh.
Not even during the travel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
Okay.
During the travel, you guys would have gotten a long rest.
Just realized all my spell slots are gone.
Yeah. Yeah. During that day and a half, you guys would have gotten a long rest.
Thank you, Mr. DM.
And they apparently know this guy, or they like this guy recognize all their faces. They don't know me.
No, he does. Probably.
He knows me?
Maybe. He did when we set him on fire, but right now.
Oh, he knows you guys.
He,
Still.
yes, you're correct. You could have put his soul in a cage, and we could have. He could be the pet. He could be our pet. Malador
Throws
gets
it on
his
the ground,
dragon.
kicks it.
Yorick
I need
gets his
that.
squirrel. Garrison gets his displacer beast.
And I
We
get a human man.
Yeah, you get a human man.
That's not
Don't
that
forget
hard.
about Darling, motherfucker.
Oh yeah, Vidar gets Darling. We're the only ones without little tiny animals that scurry around and do silly little things. Human soul.
I'll have you know, Darling is super serious.
You know what else would be
Human soul in
serious?
a
A
cage.
human soul in a cage. No, just because I phrased it poorly and they think I'm gonna do something evil.
I mean, you did teleport Yorick's book.
That was an accident. That I didn't know that would happen.
Then why did
Why
you want
are
to
you
see the
laughing?
book?
I wanted to see if I could hold it.
What does that have to do with anything?
You said it's heavy.
Can I insight this, please?
Yes, you can.
I get a
Steven
19.
sticking up for the book nerd.
I get a
Dude.
19.
Cammy is so
I'm using my
unironically
other
funny.
important roll.
Yeah, I get
so
a- I
that's
get
that's a
8.
29.
She's telling the truth.
Oh my god. That's
Not
still
to
such...
not to derail this, but Vidar, Darling is now having a very close quarter staring match with Zek.
Good.
Oh,
Because he's an owl.
oh,
A
that's
very
right.
large owl, but he's an owl.
Darling had a crush on him.
Yeah, I remember that. I'm gonna
I like the huff and puff. Oh my god.
I'm gonna take Darling and put her in my jacket. Like
She
underneath.
is not going willingly.
I know. I'm just gonna like kind of grab her, like get her to hop on my hand. I'm
Like,
just like
yeah.
gonna get her to hop on my hand, and then I'm just gonna slowly like transition to holding her wings together, like to her body. Like
Yeah.
she's in between my two hands, and then I'm just gonna like put her in this huge pocket I have for her inside my jacket.
She's gonna start pecking the shit out of the inside of your jacket for a few seconds.
I have no clue. I have no clue. I can't feel it.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Real
All right.
real inconspicuous.
Garrison, you said you were sitting down at the arm wrestling
Arm
table.
wrestling. Yep.
Just for the sake of brevity, we don't have time to play it out. Give me a couple strength checks. Give me like 2.
2.
Those are actually pretty good.
Alright, this is plus 11, so that is 28. And 31.
Okay, so Yorick, you're up at the bar, and Vidar, just as you get Darling into your coat, almost as if putting her in the coat is what caused this to happen. You shut your coat, and you hear 2 arms, boom, boom, and the second one literally breaks the fucking table as Garrison sends this second hand into the wood and destroys the table down to the ground. The hand that you're holding, the guy jumps up and is like, you're strong, mate, and kind of walks away. And the other guy is like, whoa! And they just everyone at that table literally starts crowding around Garrison and just making this huge scene, cheering and clapping because you broke a table. But yes,
Wasn't the whole idea of this mission to be, sneaky?
Yeah, I know.
So that pot, actually, that was a really good fucking pot.
Best hiding spot is in plain sight, my friends.
Yeah, and then you break the table and draw all the attention to you.
Exactly.
Okay, so
and now all the
Garrison-
attention is away from everybody else in the party.
Garrison, you win 330 gold for that. You took the pot. But yes, through all of the distraction that Garrison is making and you two kind of being vigilant as he's drawing the attention away from the center of the bar, Yorick, a familiar face crosses through the threshold as he passes through. Yorick? No shit, man! And he just starts rushing up to the
I'm gonna try to whistle to grab Garrison's attention. I know he's distracted and surrounded by people, but I'm trying to make it a very Point and whistle.
I would keep a perceptive ear and eye
He
open
would.
for.
His passive is fucking 30. You don't even
Okay.
have to try. You could
Okay.
sneeze the wrong way and he'd hear you.
All right, cool. So yeah, just give a whistle, and then when I meet his eye, I'm gonna nod my head over to dude that just walked in.
Yeah, and I mean this guy's like picking up pace with his arms up in the air, all excited and like rushing over to Yorick.
How far did he make it into the bar?
Well, between you perching at the front door and the bar, I would say is roughly about 20 feet. It's more lengthy than it is wide. That's why it's able to hold all of these tables and shit. It's more long than it is deep.
Mm-hmm.
But it's about 20 feet between you and the bar. He goes in about 10 before you make mention to Garrison, and then just covers it to Yorick. And like Yorick, it's a very, very uncomfortable encounter because it's the fucking grabs your hand, pulls you in for that dude bro hug.
Garrison's got a lot of movement, right?
Yes, very
I
much.
do. And when I see all this, do I see Vidar? Are you making any moves? What's going on with you?
Yeah, you can see the blood runes, the runes that are on his arms, they're starting to light up a little bit faintly, like he's about to do his teleport thing.
Okay. When I see this, I'm gonna take 100 gold from the pot that I just won, and I'm gonna like, all right, guys, drinks on whoever can catch this, and I'm gonna like throw the 100 gold pieces to the other side of the bar, like away from the door and everything, so everyone's attention. Like,
So Garrison lobs this 100 gold across the bar.
yeah,
And it
it's
just
like the coin, so like, yeah,
it spreads out like birdshot. It just goes all over the bar. So Vidar and Yorick, you guys notice there are people catching it, people picking it up off the ground. A couple of them, oh god, oh, just like enjoying a conversation, a nice drink. One of them tips a cup back. The gold literally breaks the glass on the way by. I'll take another one. And they just go all over the place. Cling, 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 all over the floor.
all right, and then when everyone's distracted and Vidar does his thing, I'm gonna grab the guy and rush out, super speed.
All right. So Vidar's gonna teleport behind the guy, place his hand on like his back shoulder.
Garrison, I need a strength check, please.
I have to siphon health from this guy. He takes 15 damage. Hopefully that doesn't kill him.
It's 18 on die plus it's a strength check, so just straight strength check or like a
Yeah.
athletics or
No, strength check, just a straight. Just add your modifier.
24.
Okay. So, couple of things happen. Number one, you throw these coins and you blast over to Abrick and you grab him. And when you grab him and try to move him, he doesn't move. He locks up and goes toe to toe with your strength. However, Vidar then does his teleport and siphons 15 health and he falls limp in your arms.
Cool.
Is he dead?
If you guys fucking
Is he dead? Did 15 damage kill him?
There's no way that he withstands my 28 strength and has only 15 health. So
He rolled a natural 20.
Wait, no, but he's stunned.
What's his
That's what my thing
Don't
does. When I
crit
teleport
on
and I
But
siphon.
You
he's
did that
stunned.
after.
No, that was the plan was me do it, he gets stunned, and then Garrison grabs him and goes.
But Garrison said his before you said yours. So
Did
the
I?
way it
I
worked,
thought- Well, yeah, but when I said mine, I said, yeah, Vidar's going
When
to do his
Vidar
thing, and then
going
I'm
to
going
do
to
his
grab
thing.
him and rush away.
Okay. because the way you guys spoke was Garrison spoke first and then Bedard spoke after. Nevertheless, he falls limp in Garrison's arms.
Outcome's still the same. It's just the plan was me teleport, stun him, and then Garrison grab him. But the outcome is still the same. Dude is
The
limp in
outcome
his
is still the
arms.
same.
Garrison, get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
Does anybody see this happen?
I'm gonna super speed out and
Make a perception check.
Oh shit.
I mean, it causes distractions, so hopefully.
You
That's 23.
You clock 3.
I'm gonna make eye contact with him and be like, "Yous didn't see nothing," and then I'm gonna dash out of the ball.
You see one of them kind of like half arm curled, holding a fucking big ass like tanker of bubbly ale coming out of the top. Dwarf, big burly beard, shaved head, just gives you a nod, drinks more beer.
Cool.
It is free, so.
In hindsight, I probably could have just asked him to come with us. He probably would have come with
Nice.
us.
So Garrison blasts off with a now unconscious Abric, unconscious as far as you know. Vidar and Yorick following behind.
Yep.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gone. I dashed out of there.
Yeah, no. So retroactively there, Corey, yeah, he rolled a natural 20 on his strength check. You got a 24. I was expecting like a 30. That wouldn't have been contested.
Well, you
no
don't
one-
crit on skill checks technically.
I understand that,
Well-
but he
But
has
does he have a
if it was
plus 8?
well,
he
that's
has
the
a
thing.
plus
Yeah.
4.
Plus
If it
4,
was
so
a
then it would be
skill check-
24.
It was matched.
Didn't
Also-
he get a...
24.
Oh,
he had
I thought he
28.
got a 28.
Nope, Garrison has a 28,
Oh,
but he
okay.
rolled a 24.
All
Well,
right.
no. So if it's
My
a
bad.
skill check, then
Mhm.
it's a plus 11. But if it's just a straight strength roll, it's a plus 6.
It's okay. So you said 24. That would have been 20. Wait, what did you roll? 18.
I rolled an 18 on die.
So you got
So-
24.
So
Which-
that's my. But if you're going off
And-
of a strength of a skill,
Nope.
Yeah.
It was strength check, and you guys matched 24. That's what I mean. The only way that he would have gotten that was
Yeah.
getting a natural 20 on the die. That's why I said when you ran up to him and tried to pull, you guys
Yeah.
matched.
Yeah.
But
But
since that
he-
didn't happen, it doesn't
yeah.
matter.
he should have had a disadvantage because he wasn't expecting it.
Outcome's the same.
Right.
But you're right. So, what are you guys doing? I'm assuming Garrison's blasting back to the ship.
Right.
Okay, so
Yorick's just trailing along behind them, just like
yep.
out of breath.
Yep, because Vidar's flying up into, well, I mean, unless Vidar picks up his little spoon, he's flying up into the air on his way to the ship. Garrison's blasting his way to the ship, and Yorick's just, fine, I'll do it myself, and trying to run out of the kingdom. So, Cammy, as you and Steven are
And
continuing
these
this
guys They
conversation,
didn't even let me go and try. Like,
Garrison just right up onto the ship,
oh my god, you killed him.
holding a limp body in his arm.
How long ago?
He's just unconscious. Relax.
How long ago is he? Is he unconscious? I checked for a pulse.
I
Make a
think.
Anything.
I don't
Make a medicine check.
know. Vidar touched him and then he just went to sleep.
That is a bad modifier. That's an 11.
I mean, you're checking for a pulse. It's weak, but it's there.
Okay.
You weren't really doing anything
He's
crazy
dying.
mechanical.
Listen,
It's
compared
weak.
to the last time I
It's-
saw him, he is in perfect health.
He's not. I will tell you that he is actively, like, the pulse is there, but it's bad. So,
And then Vidar
like,
arrives,
for the healing.
and very soon Yorick arrives, and you are all now on the deck of the ship.
Oh boy.
Are we gonna let him die, or are we gonna heal him?
Well, we're gonna restrain him first.
I'm
Do we
Out of
have
shape.
time to? He's dying.
In a couple seconds.
He's dying? How is he dying?
I don't
So you know
I
how
think
death
she's
rolls work.
I barely
over-exaggerating.
touched him.
Go feel his pulse.
That's.
What the? Okay,
Ooh.
Garrison, tie this guy up, please.
Yep, on it.
Can you?
Anyone got
Steven,
any
can you
water?
hit him with like a Steven or Yorick? Can you hit him with like a super low level healing spell, or if we have like a really shitty health potion around? give it to me, please.
Prestidigitation.
I can do that.
Correct.
You want a
Not
healing
sweaty.
word or you want a lesser restoration?
Healing word. Do not waste that lesser restoration. Healing
Yeah.
word.
Okay.
Just whisper
Uh,
sweet nothings into his ear.
First level healing word.
There you
And
go.
he will heal 7 HP.
Okay. He wakes up, panicked, but tied up.
Hey, buddy. Hi.
Who are you? Looks over at York. What the?
You know
What
who
the
we are.
fuck, man?
You know who we are, motherfucker.
You know who we are.
And
Yeah.
Vidar, after you say that, you see him get that look of like, oh fuck, I do, and kind of just
You know
starts straightening
exactly
his
who
back
you
out a little bit, down on his knees, tied up. Look, and he just kind of like when you guys asked Steven about his background, he just breaks. Look, guys, I was just doing a job. They asked me to gather information about everybody. I wasn't trying to harm anyone. I was assigned to
look.
follow you guys at certain points
Look,
and ask around for. Just please don't kill me.
Man,
Please don't. And he just starts
man,
fucking crying.
We don't have any
Please don't
plans.
kill me. Please.
We don't have any
kill me.
plans
Don't
on
do that.
killing you or hurting
For
you.
now.
We just want to ask
Unless
some
you don't
Wait,
Wait,
can you
we
let me
don't?
go then? Because I have a lot of work to do and I'm getting paid a lot of money to do this. Can I?
Well,
And like literally the crying just stops and he just goes right back to fucking.
Just hold on a second. Zenthus, can you do your thing and take us back to Salvetti, please?
We're
You-
kidnapping
you got
this
it.
man.
And he just looks
Headed
to
back
his
to
left.
Salvetti.
He just looks to his left and sees this fucking like partial octopus man. What the fuck?
So
Well,
is this
I
your
thought you
guys'
were
Howdy.
first
serious, so-
hostage situation? No.
Well, personally, I have never taken anybody hostage before. I've usually just killed them. But
Hold on, am I on a
Me
ship
neither.
right now?
First
I've
time.
never. So like, I don't know if you guys know how to handle this.
You guys
Welcome
have a
aboard.
ship?
You-
I got
you know-
kidnapped by the people I was paid to watch, and now I'm on a ship with a weird dude that has octopus arms.
We're also from the
You
future.
know what?
So
Fine.
fuck
I'm-
off.
I'm-
You're
I'm
dead
good
in
with
our
this.
timeline.
Wait, what?
nothing.
Cammy doesn't know this, all right? She was
You
not
guys
there.
have talked a lot about this guy.
Actually, you did. Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
all
Have
told
we?
her everything. Yeah.
Yeah, we've told her we told her about this guy.
Yeah.
That was
you
one of the
did.
first things we told her when we met
Multiple
Cammy. Was
times you talked
we
about this
made a
guy.
guy self-emulate himself.
Yes. Multiple times you talked about this guy in front of Cammy. She knows everything that took place. So her blurting out you're dead in the other timeline is not wrong.
And I just act like nothing, like I didn't say anything. No?
Wait, what?
Nothing.
say something?
Zenthus, please, can you
All right.
yes.
Guys, I think your hostage might be insane. He's hearing things.
I
Do you
think
guys at
it
least
might
have
be
something to
insane.
eat? I am starving, and you
Man,
didn't
please
give
shut
me a
up.
chance
Please. I'm going to smack him.
I have wet bread.
Okay. All right. I'm assuming you don't want to do any damage to the guy.
No, I don't.
Non-lethal
just like-
damage.
He just goes on.
Oh.
Backhanding.
I'm
We're just
going.
gonna.
I'm gonna have you roll a straight dex check,
Oh God.
please, and thank
You're about
you.
to smack this man's head clean off.
It's a 14.
That is a 14. Okay, what is your unarmed damage?
1.
Fantastic. So that is just a. Poof. Okay.
Please stop talking. Thank you. Arms and legs inside the vehicle while we're transporting.
Spits out a tooth. And
This
it's a
guy
gold
is
tooth.
weak.
It's
This
a
guy's
gold
fucking
tooth.
weak.
He wasn't meant to You know, normal people can be strong, like actually have modifiers without having health. This guy was never a strong person to begin with. He was just someone like Yorick's dad that went around and got paid to do shitty shit. Yeah, he spits out a gold tooth.
Ooh,
I'll pick it up.
First time taking your house. First time. Yeah.
Shiny.
But yes. So you guys head back to Salvetti. Are you teleporting or just flying?
Teleporting.
Teleporting. Because
Xanthus,
he's
give me the roll.
familiar.
Yep.
Familiar.
come here, my glowy dice. A 55.
Okay. You're
55.
good. You're good. Reappear right in the center of Salvetti once again. Xanthus doesn't throw up this time, but Abric does.
I'm gonna I'm gonna laugh.
All over the deck of the ship. Anyone who was within close proximity to him is going to be painted.
Jesus Christ.
That's the digitation.
Thank you.
On me. I can do
Oh,
it on you too.
So, first things first.
What the fuck was that? Oh,
Please,
God.
please don't make me smack you
Who
again.
hired you to watch us?
I don't get the names. I just collect the money
Insight
and do
check.
the job. Go ahead.
19 on die.
He doesn't know.
Bro. Oh,
Where does your payment come from? Like, where do you pick it up? Like,
Wait a
what's-
minute. I have access to my my memory recall now.
Which actually you succeeded on without the book, but yes, having the book makes the DC lower.
I also have Zone of Truth if we need to.
So I can play out his memories. And maybe we can discern who it is that he got his orders from.
Oh yeah, that sounds easy. That way easier than torturing him. I say this out loud.
Why am I surprised?
Dang it, dude! I was getting the Iron Maiden ready.
You have an iron.
Okay, roll it up.
All right. So I'm
Sounds
going
way
to
easier than skinning
prepare.
him alive.
I will prepare it by drawing the half crescent moon shape.
Yep. With glitter.
That's a DC 15. And that is a 15.
Okay. All right. So the last time you cast this, it was on yourself. How would you like to cast it on Abric?
So I'm going to draw the moon shape in front of him and then blow the glitter out into the screen.
Okay. And it literally so you see Yorick draw it right in front of Abric as he's kneeling down on the ship, blows the glitter into his face, and then kind of like a projection screen, it comes out from the back of his head and just blows up into that familiar bubble. So on this screen, you are going to see Abric shaking hands with Avavro, the guard captain of Relictus. And then that memory is going to fade out and open up into another one, and you're going to see Vidar. You're going to see him standing in front of two very imposing figures familiar to you, Kralista and Alcuron. Your parents.
If you didn't know,
In
If you
case you
didn't know.
forgot.
we can't
I
see your
don't-
facial expressions. So
Yeah, So, I don't know if he left the building or not.
And he may be asleep.
He fell asleep.
And then, so you've got Avavro, you've got Kralista and Alcaron, and then the third and final one that you see him talking to and shaking hands with is a member of the Zyron Hunters.
But not Xander.
None of them are Xander.
Okay.
Did Christian fall asleep?
That's what I'm
No, I'm
kind of
here.
thinking. He just
Okay.
didn't react
He just
to
doesn't
seeing
care.
his parents.
He did not react at all.
Light work, no reaction.
Light work, no reaction.
So that is what you see on the screen. You see him. Yep. So yeah. You see him shaking hands with Avavro, the guard captain of Relictus, Vidar's parents, both of them together, and one of the members of the Zyron Hunters, and then it fades. So all you get from the memory recall is the people that he was talking to and shaking hands with. You don't see anything about where he picks the money up, or any notes that may have been scribbled down. You just see him talking to them, shaking their hands, and then it moves on to the next one.
My parents are together. Gross.
Ew. What the-
How can he determine how far back the memory is?
Can who determine? Oh, him?
Uh,
Yeah.
I
You can
don't
make
think so.
You can make an insight if you would like.
The depth of the memory depends on how long you've known them and how high the save roll is. Details could be vast and rich, or watered down and even total lies. So
How long did I
So
say
the
you've
depth
known
of the
Abric?
memory, you know how you
I
probably
have known
judge
him
what-
longer than a day.
Well, yeah, I know that.
So
You went on a couple of adventures with this guy. You can roll insight if you would like, to be able to tell when this may have taken place, to like glean that part from it.
I will.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to get you to a good
No, it's good.
Motherfucker.
finishing point.
Come on. 7.
Because like next week is it, so I'm trying to get
We
you to
don't
the.
have to stop at 100.
Oh, I know.
We can keep going
21.
to make it wrap up.
That is actually true. If I have to add another one, I will. Because I really don't want to rush you guys through this. Still want to
Don't
make sure
have
that I'm making sure you're still having those little fun moments like breaking tables when you arm wrestle. Or watching people vomit when they teleport. So 21, you're able to glean from like the surrounding and just how well you know Abric and the various people that you're watching on the screen, the memories of him shaking the hands with these people and the visual of Abric from where he is on the ship to where he is in the screen. These memories cross about a 3-year period. Like back from his current moment. They go about from there to about 3 years back.
Moment before his death. Yep, I gotcha.
Yep. I will I'll relay that information.
So, do I have any idea where he would have been shaking hands with the Xeron Hunter?
Actually, yes, that the area of which he was in shaking the hand was right outside Quickminster.
Oh, okay, of course.
So you can tell that this guy gets around, number one, because he was in Quickminster. Then he shook hands with Avavro and Relictus, and then he shook hands with Kralista and Alcaron, what looked like somewhere near the Draconian Mountains. So this guy gets every fucking where. And
He knows his way around.
And you found him in Gaudium in a bar. So
That he frequents often.
very, very, very often. Yes.
Curious as to his means of transportation.
Yeah, the spell fades, the screen closes, and that is what you got. Whoa, that was cool. Was that in my head?
Yes, completely.
More or less.
That was awesome. Why did it have to be glitter? Now it's all over my clothes.
Yeah, I hate glitter.
Well, it's
It's part of your torture. Just cover him in glitter.
And picks it
now
up off
you'll
the floor,
never
throw it
get
at
it
him.
out of your pockets.
Yeah, you'll never get it out of your pockets. If, you're if I really hate you, it goes in your socks.
You ever heard of pocket sand?
This is
Pocket
worse.
glitter.
It never gets out. You can't even wash it out. So yes.
Man's gonna shine like a disco ball.
Right. So, what would you guys like to do from here?
All right.
So, all right. So we see him what are the deals that he's making with these people?
You can't hear what they're saying. You can see them.
No, I'm
talking.
saying it out loud, like asking them,
Okay.
probably like ask him, like, so what's the deal that he's making with these people? Just to watch us? Like, are these individual contracts, or was this a group contract? Like, what's?
Did they give you any details or any
It's
instruction?
He's like staring at Vidar and kind of like looking back and forth between. Am I allowed to talk? I don't want to lose any more teeth.
I'm just gonna give him a slight nod. Yes.
I'm gonna lean my dad's cane against him. Here, you have the talking stick.
Thanks.
He can't even hold it. He's restrained.
He's
just gonna
yeah,
lean
he's
it
leaning
against
in
his-
on him.
You just like let it go and it hits him on the forehead, and he's like, "Thanks."
He's like, ah.
Okay. I don't know if these are connected at all. I don't know if any of these people know each other. Every one of them gave me different assignments on different parts of the world with different names and different descriptions that you all match. It's like I'm meeting my favorite celebrities that I know nothing about, but I've been following for years. And yeah, this is both terrifying and cool at the exact same time. You people are weird, but I love the ship and I love money. So yeah. And looks at Vidar. Those were your parents. They are horrifying.
Yeah.
So those I couldn't say no. They didn't even really pay me. They just promised me I wouldn't die.
They just let me
Well,
live.
You know, my father, I'm going to pull out that dagger of shade that my dad gave me. And he's like,
Yeah.
my father gave me this as a gift by stabbing me in the chest.
That kind
So-
of makes sense. He's a
That
dick.
tracks. That tracks.
If that was
Are
your
we-
mom,
Garrison. Oh, yeah. My mom's terrifying as well. She didn't like me growing up. But she died, but now she's back.
Well, this was years ago, apparently. I don't know.
well, no, because in the future, the army that was marching on the Claralondo Empire, Kralista was there.
Oh,
So
so
Yeah.
maybe. What were you saying, Bernard?
Garrison, are we done questioning this guy?
He hasn't really given us much. I think
I-
he knows more, and he's just refusing to tell us. So I think we're probably gonna have to like.
Backup
I'm
plan?
gonna
some of his
point.
I can
bones.
zone
I'm gonna
through
point. I'm gonna point at Cammy's cage and be like, if you don't want to go in the cage,
Backup plan?
tell us
I
everything.
can zone of truth him.
So if I
See how
You see
small
how
this
tiny
thing
that cage is? Your body
going in there.
won't fit in that cage. Your soul goes into it. So if you
Listen,
don't want to
man.
go into that cage,
listen, if I go into that cage, am I safe from your parents?
Well, I mean,
Uh,
theoretically, for eternity until I use you 6 times. I think it's 6.
Get the throat.
Dude, you don't want to go in that cage.
He
We're
just
gonna
offers.
shake it.
He literally just offers himself up. He just stares at the sky and shuts his eyes and takes one last deep breath, like he's just waiting for you to
are
fucking.
you
Oh
hungry,
no,
Garrison?
you're not gonna die.
No.
You're
That's
gonna
not
live
what
and
torture
suffer.
is.
Yeah.
And then you'll go in the cage. And then you'll be safe. The freezes you have to suffer. Apparently. I don't know these guys. I don't think you know me, unless you were paid by someone to track me too, but I don't know why that would happen.
Ozzy,
All
man,
right.
Cammy,
Yeah. Oh shit.
you worked for that weird witch lady.
Wait,
That
what?
did not happen.
Yeah. Maybe.
Worked for?
No, I tried to stop her from getting the amulet. And then she
He's-
shunted me into an alternate dimension.
That
It was a whole thing.
your goat man's not even a famous author.
No, we know that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I write books.
They're,
I've seen my
they're
books
all
in
right.
libraries. I've gotten royalties before.
That was in the other timeline.
Look, can you just like get on with the killing or let me go? I can't give you anything else. Look, I was hired by these people to find you. I did my job. You can take the ledger. I've got it.
Yeah, we already got
I
it before.
receive fan mail. I hope you know that.
Do you mean those death threats you get
he's still
sometimes?
he's still going off in the background about how famous he is. Like
Okay, let's get you to bed.
let's rate
Let's get your tentacle massage.
Let's rate it. I am famous. I got fan mail. Like,
Yeah,
we're
yep,
talking
for
about
sure.
it.
Yep, you're famous.
Yes, yeah, okay,
Get you to
Steven.
bed.
Go, yep.
It's like, can you just
Guys.
kill me and get it over with? Look, I get fan mail, all right?
I'm just gonna I'm gonna
Not a
sigh. I'm
drink
gonna
there.
walk up behind him and I'm gonna break his wrist.
Okay. Okay. Just lets out a little fart, and it stinks.
Ew.
That's it.
Prestidigitation.
Okay. Now what?
Well, we just want to know like more information. I just feel like you're lying to us.
You could break all the bones you want, man. I already told you everything.
You sure about that? And I'm gonna break his other wrist.
Oh, fuck.
This seems a bit inhumane. I mean, I'm not complaining,
He's
but
technically already dead, so it's fine.
Why do you guys keep saying that?
Don't worry about it, you. You just keep feeling that pain.
Oh, okay.
I do have some questions about the amulet.
Which one? There's a lot of them.
You know,
The amulet of shadows.
the only one
Yeah.
that anyone ever talked about.
Okay. You want to go talk to a really creepy witch named Elephant Crow?
No, no, I do not.
She is hunting that too, and she's been off and on venturing around with a big dude named Trock and his magical cart, and
Of course.
some guy named Marcus is in way over his head and shouldn't be with these guys at all.
Do we know Marcus?
Marcus is Yorick's dad.
Marcus.
Oh.
Oh, shit, fuck. This hurts. This
You
hurts
just
a lot.
farted again.
Yep, that's
Yes,
the
you did.
idea.
Prestidigitation.
This hurts a lot. Okay. Amulet of Shadows. Relictus wants it for some war that they're planning. They've got deals in with Salvetti and the Royal Guard and some brotherhood or something, and they're out. Fuck.
There.
Words.
Stop moving. It only hurts more.
Ow.
I'm gonna
Stop
cast
moving.
first. I'm gonna cast first level cure wounds on him.
Oh.
Okay, roll it up.
That's 1d8 plus 4. 7.
Okay, at least one of his wrists. Oh, okay, thank you.
All right.
See, isn't that better? Don't you feel better when you give us information?
Well, you didn't ask about the Amulet of Shadows. Be specific. Okay.
How about you just tell us everything?
Well,
Everything you know.
that's gonna take a long time.
Well, you know what? It's a long day. I don't sleep, so feel free. Go ahead. Cliff
Um,
notes if you want.
okay.
Major points.
Um, I don't know. Look, okay. Relictus as a whole isn't as whole anymore as they want it to be, and the guard captain there, I don't even know how to pronounce his fucking name, is trying to rise above everyone because he hates the way they're running it now. And the ones that are currently running it don't agree with what he wants to do because they just enjoy making a lot of money, and they don't want to do anything more violent than they're already doing. I mean, they sound like a bunch of pussies to me, but that's besides the point. They've been trying to make deals with this giant, like literally getting giants in this giant community or something, and they're trying to make another Relictus, but they're naming it something different, and I don't know what that is, and I don't know where it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so why are you asking me if you already know?
Because there's things we don't know. You need to fill in the gaps.
Fuck, what else, man? Come on.
Maybe you
I don't
could
know.
tell me a little bit about, like, more about the
Well-
people who are hunting me down.
What the fuck it? The Zyron hunters, they're not even trained soldiers. They're just people that are looking for their next paycheck. Mostly
Fan club.
mostly farmers that are just trying to score big or something. I don't know.
And who put the bounty on me?
That's a tough one. I haven't really figured that one out yet.
Probably still the Brotherhood.
Oh no, the Brotherhood was never really interested in who you were. That was more Relictus who wanted to know who you were. The Zyron hunters were formed as just a way of tracking you down. They were formed by King Silver, but I don't know who employed them to hunt you, which is kind of weird that he would. Maybe it was King Silver. You just like see this weird. You see this weird realization hit his face that like the guy he's talking about that formed the Zyron hunters could actually be the guy that put the bounty out. Because why would he call them Zyron hunters? So you literally see the dots connecting in his head as he just kind of stares up past Vidar. Like, oh no, shit, that makes sense now. Oh god, this still hurts. I'm very uncomfortable. Can I like?
No.
Okay. Well, if I go to the bathroom on your beautiful, weird ship.
Don't you dare.
Okay. Well, I'm about to. So either your friends untie me, or I'm just gonna let loose right here.
First off, no.
First off, let's
And this very, very deep aroma of feces
Prestidigitation.
and urine start
take a second.
wafting up as his bladder and his bowels just let loose
Oh.
all over the deck of the ship into he's not even really wearing pants per se, so like it loads up and then just breaks through and spills out onto the deck of the ship.
Prestidigitation.
I vote
And it's
next
Damn
time.
it.
And it's just very like deep yellow, nasty, like drinks liquor, kidney problems kind of urine.
Wouldn't have happened if he was in the cage. I'm just saying.
I vote the next
Come
time
on,
he needs
man.
to use the bathroom, we tie him to a rope and dangle him over the edge. Just a thought.
And after, like he warns you about it, he goes to the bathroom on the deck, and then he just stops talking. He's just
Maybe we should do that now.
What do you guys think?
Oh.
Do you think he's told us everything? Do you think we need to ask him some more
I
questions?
think we
think
could
we
get some more out of him
Definitely knows more.
before we put him in the cage.
All right,
But he wants the
Garrison's gonna hear them say this, and he's just gonna walk up to him and he's like, "All right, well, you did this, and I'm just gonna break his other wrist."
The one that got fixed.
Yep.
so. As you re-break the wrist, like just that last bit of urine and feces goes out of his pants as he winces because there's already a hole in his clothing, just all over your shoes because you're right there behind him.
Yep.
But even in the wincing pain, he's not saying anything. He's wincing in pain, but he's not saying anything.
If this is your
I'm
strategy
gonna-
to get you in the cage, it's not gonna happen.
I'm gonna make him make a Constitution saving throw. I'm gonna look him in the eyes and do my vampire sight.
Are you gonna ask him to marry you? Because he might.
I am.
That is a 19 on die, so he made the save.
Does he have any sort of disadvantage for being tortured?
No.
All right. Well then, fucking. All right. Well, I guess I'm just going to have to. Let's see here.
Garrison going through his Rolodex. What should I
Yeah.
do? What should I do? His blood probably tastes like pee. Do I really want?
No. Trying to think.
Bit late for charm person.
So you guys watch as you're thinking about what to do next to try and torture him. 2 broken wrists. You tried to charm him, it didn't work. He starts to fall asleep.
Oh my god.
Out of just so much pain. There's no longer any pressure on his stomach or his bowels. He just starts to fall asleep. Mainly out of pain, but also out of a long day, a lot of excitement, and he's, no longer uncomfortable in the bladder region. So he just starts to pass out. He just starts to drift off. Just on his knees, now sitting back fully on his ankles, 2 very like purple hands from broken wrists, and just.
I'm gonna look to Xanthus. Like, can you have the ship do me a favor? Basically, I wanted to hover its tentacle over him and just drop a piece of slime.
God.
On his
Waterboarding
forehead.
it.
We're gonna waterboard.
Nope, no, not a waterboard. Like, just drop on his forehead while he's sleeping. Well, it'll wake him up.
Okay. So, Xanthus, I'm not going to have you do this because you would know this. But just for the hell of it, Garrison, make me a nature check.
Okay. I don't think I've ever
Had to.
rolled a
You've
nature
never had
nature
to,
check.
no.
So I have a +2. So let's see how this goes. That is a 10 on die, so 12.
Okay. So you go through with your idea. Xanthus, you know, being an octopus, that octopi are not slimy.
Well, is this ship not like the other one where it's covered in
It's
slime?
it's not a
She
squid.
is an
It's
octopus.
Oh, I know. I thought it was covered in slime.
Nope.
So that's why I
Belina,
was-
Belina is an octopus. There is no slime on this ship. It is Garrison's literal wet dream. There is not an inch of slime
Oh, okay.
anywhere on this
Never
ship.
mind. Scratch that.
I thought that well, that might be my bad, but I thought I said out loud when you guys got on the deck, it was clean.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. Or maybe I just.
You assumed because you've been on
Yeah.
Gladys for so long. That's okay. You guys have been
Yeah.
on Gladys for literal months.
If the ship was slimy, I would not have pressed digitation. This guy's pissed.
I mean,
Yeah.
That's true.
I could also
I mean, the
As
tentacle could
Yorick.
tap him in the forehead, but you know that there's no slime on it.
I could dump 10 gallons of water on him
That is
just
true.
to clean him up.
Create water. Just
Yeah. Do it up.
All right. As Yorick, he's gonna walk over and then 10 gallons of water right on top of him.
This guy is like a baby. What the fuck?
I mean,
He just
yeah, he's
pisses
like,
and shits and
like
sleeps.
as that water just dumps onto him, just a 10-gallon stream of water, he reacts to it, doesn't wake up. This guy's out. He's out.
Oh,
He's soaked in water, piss, and shit. He's hurt. He's sleeping. I rolled the die just to be sure. He didn't wake up.
well, tie him up. Well,
He's already tied up.
He's tied up
well,
with 2
tie him
Bed
down.
I'm
Tie
down.
him down.
Yeah,
Tie him down to
down.
himself.
Before we cap him off, I am going to walk over and I'm going to break his ankles.
Okay. So you're gonna break both. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is holy motherfucking shit. He doesn't wake up.
Soul Cage.
I rolled.
Oh wait, is he dead or no? I thought he doesn't
Actually,
wake up.
No, it's, I mean,
Yeah, hang
he
on.
died.
I'm not doing any lethal damage, but
you broke his wrists and his ankles, man.
Yeah,
He's gotta
it's-
take some.
You
Um,
can't just say it's non-lethal and then specify ripping his
I'm
heart
not-
out or something.
non-lethally, I'm going to stab him in the stomach.
Non-lethally, I'm gonna
non-lethally.
take his brain out of his body.
non-lethally, I'm
Non-lethal
gonna snap
damage,
his
though.
neck.
Non-lethally,
Garrison,
I'm gonna cut his fingers off one by one.
Garrison, roll me
Non-lethal.
2d6, please.
2d6.
Yes, roll me 2d6, please.
Doesn't he have like
5.
Oh, okay, so yes, he's still alive.
Yeah. I just don't
But-
want him to run away, guys. I'm sorry.
He
Like,
quite literally. You guys watch Garrison. Like, how do you break him? By stepping on him or with your hands?
yeah, I'll probably just walk over and just be like, all right, and just like grab him and just like, yeah.
Okay.
Just,
So you guys,
yeah.
like, this guy got 10 gallons of water dumped on him. You watch Garrison go behind him again, grab his ankles, and just twist them like a 180 until they're broken.
Just hear that.
And you hear that, and the guy doesn't wake up.
Believe it or not, guys, this is probably the least painful he has been before he died. So
We could have just tied him to something.
I mean, I'd rather be charmed, mindless, and set on fire than not mindless and have all of my
Semantics.
semantics.
we could
I'm gonna
tie
go,
him
like,
up, but he could still run away. So we have
Lift
to
his
break
eyelids
ankles.
open, like
I mean,
Yeah, his
Tie him
eyes are
down
rolled
to
back and
something
he's-
He could have
and then
just cut off his
take all
eyelids
of his
so he
gear.
can't sleep.
poke it.
Next time, guys.
you
next time.
you poke him in the eyeball.
Yeah,
It
not in
flutter-
the iris, but in the white.
Yeah, like
You
it
can't
flutters, but he doesn't wake up. Like what you are gleaming from this is he is in so much fucking pain. He's snoring away and unconscious. His body was just like, fuck it, I'm out. and he's done.
It's all right. He'll wake up.
Like the amount of pain you put him in, cured him, put him in again, it put him out mentally. The synapses just went gone.
Torture never works that well, you guys. You just gotta be nice to him sometimes.
As there is now like a blood trail coming out of both of his ankles because like the bone is literally pierced through the skin. And just mixing in with the feces and urine.
That I cleaned up mostly.
That you cleaned up mostly.
I mean, it would have been cleaned up after the 10 gallons of water just...
Well, see, when the 10 gallons of water rushed down, it literally pushed this like pile of poo and this urine over to the edges of your ship. And then just start going down into the cracks and crevices of the deck as it floats down the deck of the ship. So, I mean, all you really did was spread it out.
But I cleaned up most of it. We're not living in a shit ship. I can't.
A slime ship was bad enough. Now it's a poo ship.
She don't deserve that.
All right,
man.
guys. So,
I mean, you did glean a lot of information from the guy.
yeah.
He gave you everything that he had as far as you know. And now he's unconscious because of all the pain you put him through.
Well, actually, now we're in Salvetti, so we can kind of confront the guard captain now, right?
The guard captain is in Relictus. If you're talking about a Vavro, he's in Relictus.
I thought he was the Royal Guard
No,
captain.
he is the Relictus guard captain, right underneath Roe and Vare.
Oh. Okay.
Well,
He's one of the guys that tortured you in Relictus. That made you work. That was a Vavro.
I thought that was the dwarf guy. The
Yeah,
dwarf guy, he's the one that gave
Yeah,
me
a Vavro would have been above him. Yes. Yeah. But yeah,
Oh,
a
okay.
Vavro was in Relictus. Yeah.
Which one was the dwarf guy that gave me the extra bread?
That was the one when you kept breaking the hammer.
Yeah.
He gave you more food and sent you home because you were impressing him.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was just a worker. I know the guard captain, the royal guard. I know I kind of worded that wrong, but he's a Relictus. He's a guard captain of Relictus,
Gotcha.
like their military, so to speak.
Yeah. Yep. Gotcha.
well,
Yeah.
But all right, guys, as you you sit on the deck of this now wet, slightly urine and feces filled Belina with an unconscious, tortured Abric, wrists and ankles broken, but tied up and sleeping. Figuring out what you're going to do and where you're going to go next with Relictus on the horizon of your mind. We are going to end there tonight.
This guy has had it rough in every timeline.
Oh my God. So I do, and actually we'll do this on the mental breakdown, but and we didn't go live, but I'm still going to say it. Have a good night. This will be uploaded on Friday. Hopefully you guys all watched the live prior to this one before we got to Friday and uploaded this one. Please stop by the fan club and give your condolences to Malador, please. But yes, we love you. See you next Saturday for maybe the final session of the campaign. It all depends on how you guys play.
Where we all die.
You guys are almost on the doorstep of Relictus. You're 3 days away, and with a quick teleport you could get there, or literally just you fly over there. It's not going to take very long, but you're on the doorstep of your final choice of the campaign. So, but yes, see you next Saturday. Bye.
Bye.